everybody. What's going on? I'm in charge of the mix, so that means you can't hear Clowntown at all during any of this podcast. Clowntown, go ahead and say hi. Yeah. All right, you're back. All right, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Coming at you live, on time, on point.
High five.
I'm Clowntown. What? Oh my God, who's that? I don't know whose hand this is. Whose hand was that? On live, on time, on point. Also, I'm doing a contest thing, but we're here.
We're here. Episode 90.
Not in person though.
What lighting? Oh yeah, he's very colorful.
Not in person. What lighting? No goddamn lighting.
The lighting, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That was
guys.
the first thing.
Right.
That was the first thing out of his mouth was, "Hey, what?
You do not have enough lights.
You
I
do
think
not have
was
enough lighting."
The first thing, and then the second thing out of my mouth is, "What the hell? This isn't even a mouse."
That's Ash's mouse.
There is no mouse pad here. In
You don't need 'em.
station.
Look.
This is a mouse from 1930.
No.
I didn't know they had computers in 1930.
So what? They're called. Excuse me. They're called Turing machines.
This isn't a chair I'm sitting in. Like
It's a chair.
It's not even like this is a chair that you would get at a stadium. It's a fold-out chair. It is not the best chair in the world, guys. I tell you what, Ash needs more props for being on this show.
Okay.
As many times as he's been on this show, because his equipment is lackluster.
Christmas
right.
is just around the corner.
Christmas, this is your setup. Like, come on, get the man a chair.
My setup's awesome.
Get the man a chair. Get the man a working set of earbuds.
Here,
Those
I'm gonna
earbuds
turn
that they were sitting over here, they couldn't even fit in my ears. They were so
Well,
big. I don't know what.
They're so big. What?
Yeah, they were too big.
He must have giant ears.
Look at the
I don't
size
even
of
know.
that boy's ear canals. I don't even know. It's crazy.
They're too big to fit in his ears.
They're too big to fit in my ears. Hello? How are you?
Then either you have small ears or he's got giant ears.
I mean, I have a standard. I'm a 7.5. That's size.
Ear size?
Ear size. No, not ear size. Do they have ear? I'm sure they do have ear sizes, actually. They do. Yeah, okay, guys. All right, here's what we need to do. One, we need to get Clowntown actual lighting in his place because he has the wimpiest lighting I've ever seen in my life. 100%.
Tilt away. All right, there you go. All right, we're
sure.
going to bring you down just a little bit. 29.
Did the host come from Badger's channel? I didn't. Okay, will we see it? Just do it one more time, Shady, because it might pop up in chat. It says Badger's hosting for me. Hey, Kurt, what's up, my man? How you doing? Go. It's good to see you. Max, what's up?
There you go.
Max, congratulations on Fill It again. I know I've told you like 16 times, but I'm really proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Shady Lady, it's good to see you. Thanks for the host.
Hosted.
Thanks for hosting this channel with my channel.
Yes. Okay.
I didn't want to log in as me. It's too much work, man.
I'm on Badger's channel and it is hosting us. So
That's good.
Sweet.
Great. Perfect. What do we have lined up for today, Clowntown? Clowntown, you're very organized over here. You guys should see this space because this is not how I envisioned it at all.
Right.
Like this space is totally different. Oh, the push-up area,
Okay.
guys.
First,
it's so small.
all right. Do this. First impressions. Go.
Okay. First impressions. Holy shit! You need to work on this. Oh my god, the lighting is terrible. The green screen is not painted. The Ash's area is absolute dog shit. Like,
Okay. Ash is in charge of his own area.
Look, that's not. I'm calling shenanigans on that. Ash is not legally able to be in charge of anything, including himself. Okay, listen to me. Also, I was on the search history for this computer.
Did you see it? Really?
I was on the search history for this computer.
Hey, all right.
and there's a couple good things in here. Let's see. This is one I noticed. Okay, so there's a lot of how to stop account hackers, which was Googled recently. And what was the first thing that happened to me, Clowntown, when I sat down on this computer?
Oh yeah.
I basically had a porn pop up. I mean, it wasn't like a full on. It was
an ad that was suggestive.
It had two women in very skimpy outfits,
And it was
as if it was
advertising
like Halloween.
Amazon. It was this
Yeah,
little.
it was-
Apparently, he might have gotten some sort of extra points in Roblox.
Okay, for installing.
For adding this extension that every time you click on, like every 10th click,
or something
you
like
get
that,
an ad that pops up.
Which is really good stuff. I mean, it's basically adware that was voluntarily downloaded. The shout out to Roblox. And then also, let's see, I had this one in here from December 11th. That's a good one. And there's actually a lot of really good searches on December 11th in particular. Let's see if I can go back to December 11th.
Let's see what was December 11th was Monday.
Where were you at on December 11th?
Working.
And why did Ash have?
Yep, I know.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Direct access to the computer. So he did some pixel art. He watched my channel, and then he watched a Badger song.
Yeah.
And then he watched Dumb Ways to Die. And here we go. This is where it gets interesting. Best boob, Gidzini, Prassy, best body, best pixel art, best beaches in the world, best fish oil, best beaches again, best camera, best house.
Look here.
But dirty, Dixon.
Okay, a Dixon Ticonderoga is a pencil.
Oh, interesting. Okay, then it's Google Maps because he was looking for where to get a Dixon Ticonderoga, and then Dazzle, and then Butterfly, and then B words. I don't know what a B words like. Just, I mean, I can think of one B word.
Well, there you go.
And then, and I mean, there's a little bit more. And then he goes back to Twitch, and then his next search after that is sex.
You're right.
And then Sexton, singer, which could be what he's looking for. Anyway.
And then it goes right back to Roblox.
And then Roblox again. Oh, and I think around this time is also where he got that malware.
The hacker, right? Because he was going, oh no, something hacked.
Good times. Vagiling all the privacy. Hey, you let me sit on your computer. All right?
Yeah.
You gave me the password for this thing. It's really secure, guys.
Yeah.
It's certainly not password at all. All right.
It's really not. I mean, to your point, what you said was, look, if someone breaks into my house, I got bigger
right.
problems, right?
Kurt says switch our cameras because I'm looking over to you here. But where am I looking on screen? You feel me?
Oh yeah. Okay, stand by.
Yep, standing by. By standing. Okay.
Well, to his credit, Badger called this side.
I did call the left side.
He called that left
The
side.
left side, yeah. But in this case, this works best.
All right.
Look, I don't know if that was violating privacy. Okay, I was at the computer.
No, it's really not.
I could do whatever I wanted. All right, I was given free access. I've done 2 things at this computer so far.
Hey, there we go.
First thing that I did, nice. You used the what is that called? When you have the 2 votes like that?
Click and drag.
No. Studio mode. He's using OBS Studio mode over
Studio
here.
mode.
But when you see him squinting, by the way, doing this, I know why now. He's blind, number 1. But also, he's got a monitor right here. He's got another whole set of monitors. It's really nice.
Right.
I need to get that.
He instantly had monitor level envy. Because mine goes up.
That's
like
another
his 3, I think if I remember right, are 1 here and then 2 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, and mine are 1, 2, and then 3 is up here. So I've got them in an L shape.
Mine is like this.
Yeah.
Rather than the other way.
Yeah, you've got a center, a left, and a right. And mine, I have a center, high, and right.
Shady, congratulations on your achievement. You check your dashboard for the first time. That's good. You're going to be a real streamer now. So you want to be a streamer.
Yes, you want to be a streamer.
Man, I'm really happy with the achievement system, actually. I think it's really doing a good job. It's inspired a lot of people I know just to get on the... What achievement do I need? All right,
give people a mark and say, this is where you got to get to before we were talking to you, right?
So that's good. I like that. I think that's a good addition.
It is.
And I thought I talked shit about it when it first came out. I was 100%. I was like, oh, that's stupid.
It's stupid.
Achievement system. You don't need a goddamn achievement system to try to be successful, right?
Right.
I didn't need back in my day, we didn't have no achievement system. We didn't need no achievements.
We just got denied for no reason.
Repeatedly, as a standard.
We were just
for no reason.
flying blind.
You're cheating. Working 40 hours of stream. That's awesome, Max.
That's awesome. Man. Okay, here's another one I want to show you guys. This is... a new one that I just saw that Max, I think Max sent it to me yesterday as I was leaving.
How to use raids.
But look, it says now your viewers join your raids automatically.
Oh, yeah, I know they listen to this podcast. I know they do because every single time they fix what I complain about. Mm-hmm. How are raids supposed to work? When they released, it didn't work right. Now it's fixed. Everybody out there who was like, Badger, you're wrong. You don't know what raids are supposed to be. Suck it, okay?
Yeah,
proven.
We're correct. Everyone else was wrong.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rolled it.
So all you got to do is just do /raid, and then it's just as sending all your viewers.
I will now only use /raid and /host as a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the only real issue.
That's the only barrier for me to start using raids more.
I have the mixer over here. I just wanted to point that out.
Ash is in control of the mixer, but
it amazes me that Clowntown just doesn't get muted randomly during his stream because
I used to.
It's the closest button to me. Like there's literally not a closer button to me.
Right.
To me.
I used to get muted a bunch, and then I whooped Asher's ass, and then he didn't do it anymore. It's the same way that whatever Annie used to do. She used to bark all the time. Well, now you say, "Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm just gonna step away from the mic." And then suddenly they're no barking anymore.
I was talking here. Oh yeah, our dogs have been barking at pretty much everything that moves right now.
Yeah, it's good.
Host is only for offline mode.
First impressions. Okay, so first impressions of the little campsite we were at.
Oh, the campsite is really nice.
It's cool.
Really, really nice. It's got some area around there. It's very rocky.
Yeah.
There's definitely some wildlife out there. Before we even got to the site, we saw 5 boars, 5 deers, probably, just driving up there.
Yep.
Jumped in front of our cars. 1 deer ran across the front of Clowntown's car.
Yep.
Came back, looked at us, went across again to the other direction. I don't know what that deer was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of wildlife out there. I didn't see any during the day though, so we'll be back out there tonight, and hopefully we'll see some more stuff running around.
Right,
Maybe,
but
not boars.
the deer. So we saw 3 boars run left, and then 2 of them ran right across the road from us, and the deer didn't. The deer are much larger, right? Obviously, there's probably double the poundage. I would say, like a deer is what 150, 100 to 200 pounds, depending on the size. They're pretty big. The boar or whatever it was is probably 80. Stocky little things, like they're meaty. They're smaller, but they're freaking compact, right? And the boar freaked me out way more than the deer, and I had a little bit of the shaky leg by the time we got out there.
Shaky leg. I haven't. I've read some close encounters with boars, but they always run away from me. I know they could tear you up.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't walking around there unarmed, so I think I felt pretty okay walking around there. I don't think there was gonna be unless a boar is gonna go through 10-40 cal into it, then I think we're gonna be all right.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
then again, they do travel in packs, mind you.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Kurt asked if you still have the boxing glove, and then he warns you not to use it because
it's behind. It's behind this door. It's behind this door. I'll show you.
So the green screen, guys, is basically a curtain. By the way, it's a curtain in a lot of respects because it's got curtain rods.
Okay, so
and it is a green curtain.
Right. The curtain rod was just a generic curtain rod I purchased. The green screen was I think the dimensions on it is a 10-foot by 20-foot. I mean, it is a tarp essentially, right? So all I did was I doubled it over and then fastened it at the bottom. So it's a lot like a tapestry where I have clamps at the top over the curtain rod, and then I have another rod at the bottom for weight, so it smooths it out, because what we don't want is like free hanging, and because the fan is usually the fan is sitting right here blowing air on us. Because it's hotter, it's a little chilly, so I've left the fan off. But see, that's what Ash did too. That's really what he's got his ass whipped for.
The echo?
Was doing the echo. But here's the thing: is he only did the echo on himself.
Echo. What? Okay, yeah. Sorry, there's a lot of.
And then it keeps going.
Mixer. Oh wow, it stays
for a long time.
Yeah. It has to bottom out before it goes away.
Yeah. So
I think the green screen setup is pretty okay. Honestly, I think the lighting is what I would.
Yeah, the lighting. I do need to get some
lights
more.
For Christmas.
I will get some more lighting, and probably at your suggestion, I'm going to brighten up these bulbs.
Well, see, I understand why you took the brighter bulbs out, because it gets so hot in here. But you want to be a streamer.
Yeah, right.
So
exactly.
you want to be a streamer.
Right. You're exactly.
You gotta get cooked.
You're exactly right.
Cook it up.
You're exactly right.
See, I have my own studio and it's all soundproof, but I can't bear to close the door because it gets so hot in there.
100%. Yeah.
So,
I could close this door and they could be
my studio.
Yeah, they could be a lot less distraction in there. But if
I could get you Christmas lights.
The moment even half the door shuts, like it's a double door, even one of these doors shuts, it starts
boiling.
It starts boiling.
You don't have any.
Especially with 2 computers and 2 dudes.
2 dudes.
And lights.
2 cookers, 2 heaters, 2 mobile heaters.
It goes.
Speaking of which, it was cold last night.
It's chilly cold.
It was chilly cold.
Yeah.
Clementine got to sleep in a nice warm bed with some nice sheets. And I slept out in a garage.
It's dogs related. It is dogs.
It was the dogs that did it?
The dogs are great. I like it that
LED
the dogs
bulbs still get
out.
hot, J-So. I know, like, the preconception
These are LEDs.
Right, yeah. So the conception is that
They're
LEDs
LEDs.
don't get hot. They just don't get as hot. So like
they still heat up.
You know, after an 8-hour day of streaming, and you go grab your light, it's still gonna hurt you. It's still gonna burn. It's gonna be really, really hot.
It's hot. They still do.
I have LEDs also on my lights. Yeah. But I wouldn't grab them right after streaming for 8 hours.
But I like that we brought the dogs out there.
Ramrod, what's up? You were poo-pooing the dogs like I had to fight so hard to get anything fun out there. Like,
so my initial thing was I was worried about them.
What? Dying?
Yes, because I hadn't. It's been about a year since I've met Annie, right?
A year, yeah. I guess it's been a minute.
Been about a year since I really met Annie and understood what I remembered how good of a dog and how pretty well trained they are, right?
Okay,
so
sure.
Because
something like that.
The dog that I encounter all the time, his name is Buster.
He's a Buster,
and he is an idiot. Like he is
idiot,
a complete idiet. Right? He's a sweetheart, but he's an idiot.
Oh, actually, Clowntown, I want you to tell the story of coming in the morning, because I think that's that is my dog for me for sure.
Oh my goodness,
this is amazing.
Oh yeah, so
Shady, see exactly.
7:45. My parents are there and they're gonna leave, and they gotta it was chaos. So I get woken up. The wife.
We're okay. So we're in like a garage area.
So they're out in the garage. Right. So it's this big,
warehouse,
imagine a warehouse.
Yeah, imagine
One fourth of it is a 4,000 square foot warehouse. Okay, 1/4 of it is normal living house. 3,000 of it is shop. Right.
Right. It's really nice actually. It's pretty.
Yeah,
sweet.
It's really cool. Badger, Ashley, and the dogs are in a pile of sleeping bags and cushion and air mattress,
warm, feeling great,
and huddling for warmth. Right. Yep. So they're out in there.
It wasn't that cold.
We wanted to bring them. Our original thing was to put you in the bedroom, and we'll be in like out in the living room, whatever. But the dogs prohibited that, and I forgot about them. And the dogs will not just stay.
No, they will not. They will not just stay.
Like Buster does not have to see me 24/7, and he'll sleep.
Yeah.
Annie and Izzy must have proximity contact. Not even in the same house. They have to be able to visually see.
It depends.
Either William or Ashley 24/7. One of those two. And I know that now because William and Ashley were upstairs showering, and I was down here, and Annie was losing her mind.
Yeah, she was not happy about us going past a barrier is what it is.
Right. And so she was wanting to get upstairs, and she was barking at me like, hey, you got to go rescue him. And I'm going, I got nothing for you.
And, I told her to jump
up and over.
She got up and over, and she jumped right over it. And now she just jumps over the.
Now she just jumps over. Yeah,
there,
you convinced. You gave her confidence.
All right, well, you're coming into the garage.
So here's the thing: is that, and so the fact that these dogs can't take their eyes off of you. That's what kept them. That's what kept you in the warehouse.
Right.
Because
I think we were fine. I would rather if the dogs aren't allowed in the house, I'm not good enough to come in the house. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
about it, right?
And there you have it.
That's where it's at. They sleep on top of me. If they're too dirty, I'm too dirty right here. Okay.
It's true. It's true. So they're out in the shop, but they're totally. I mean, you guys slept great. Apparently,
yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Totally warm. Had a good old time in the shop.
I was
up
great. Way before you. I was out messing around before you.
Yeah. So then, since the bedroom was open, we took bedroom. So then my mom comes through and says, "Okay, we're leaving really early. We got to do some driving." So they're heading out, and so the wife wakes me up, kind of in a panic, and like does this little tappy on me,
waking you up, huh?
Waking me up.
That pillow.
And I wake up kind of in a panic. So I run in there. I can't even open my eyes. So I'm in the other room, closed room, and on the door to the front of the house portion. The tolerances on the door are such that if you stand back 12 feet, you can see daylight on the top and the bottom of the door. So it's not a door; it's mostly a door with some slits in there that you can throw your mail through.
Okay.
So it's not sealed. They have to come back and fix it. It's very new, right?
I see.
So what started the giggles was
the giggles are important.
The giggles are important
in this case.
She pulls the towel. She has a towel at the bottom to stop the critters, and two, the cold air from coming through. So she takes the towel and she moves the towel away, and instantaneously, two daddy longlegs run inside the door. Daddy
longlegs are super poisonous, guys. Look it up. They're the most poisonous spider on the planet, right?
We're going to table that discussion here for a minute. So the two spiders, and I can't see. I can barely open my eyes. And then
sleepy.
And
we
my
were
mom
up at like midnight playing.
And my mom starts going oh, and she squishes them both, and she does this little tap dance thing. So I immediately get the giggles and start laughing. Two cameras, Toaster. So I immediately get the giggles, and and I start laughing. And then so she does that. She goes out. My job is she's going to go out the front door, get the car ready, and I'm going to lock her out, and lock the door behind her, and then put the towel back, which is the important part. And then my dad is going to have to go through the warehouse where William and Ashley are sleeping, to get a chain because he's going to have to do some towing. And so he
it's
and I.
It's a big chain.
It's like a chain that you're going to pull a car with, right?
Right.
So he goes to the back door into the warehouse, and he puts his hand on the door, and then he turns around and he looks at me, and he goes, and then we start seeing the plan. He says, "Okay, Are they in this warehouse? Yes. Where are they?
This is my favorite part right here.
Where are they? And we're getting a plan on how to be quiet while we walk through here and not wake them up. Okay. And he puts his hand on the doorknob. It's a handle door, like it's one of those.
It's a door. It's a door with a handle on it. Guys.
Door handle. It's not a knob, but it's one of the kinds with it's a lever, more of a lever.
It's like you would see at a restaurant with a restroom.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
And so he puts his hand and he turns back to me and now it's Dad's doing a planning time. He says, "Where are they?" I said, "Well, they're on the right side." And he says, "Are they near the mule?" Which is our little vehicle. And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Like how far away from the mule?" About 12 feet. On this side of the mule or that side of the mule?
This amount of
on this
planning
side.
is amazing.
And then he says, "Where are the dogs?" I said, "They're either on them or right next to them."
See, Clowntown and his family have been so considerate of us.
Right.
Do you need this? Do you need that? We provide this. Do you need? I mean, like the best.
Death,
the best host.
The motto for our family is death before discourtesy. Like we would rather die than you go home not having a good time.
You guys have been great.
Yeah.
And this is what makes this the most funny deal right here.
Right. So he's looking at me going, they're 12 feet away from the mule. Yes. Okay. Yep. Are they south of the mule or north this side of the mule? They're north side. Okay. Where are the dogs? Okay, the dogs are either on them or in between them or next to them. They're right over there. The dogs will not leave them alone. Okay. Dogs are over there. And he goes, the chain is back behind near the back door. And he says, "Is there anything blocking the back door?" "No." "Anything blocking the east door?" "No."
This amount of planning. Like, I think you guys planned for forever.
We stood there. I swear not. It was 4.5 minutes of discussion about and he says, "Okay, I'm going to go in.
This is a plan of attack.
We're gonna hang a left."
This how this is going to go. Is how most plan attacks
and he goes, "We're going to go in. We're going to veer along the left wall and go to the chain." And then he says, "When you get to that door, I'm going to pick up the chain." And then he says, "When you get there," and he says, "Here, your job is going to be to quietly pull the door to. We're going to go out. We're not going to go out the garage door. We're going to the side door." And then he says, "All you got to do is pull it to and just push this button, and it'll lock itself. You don't have to do the door knob because that'll be loud." And it's okay. So we get our steps together, and I will kid you not. I'm gonna have a handle here, and he puts his hand on the doorknob, and he does this, and the door goes, and the door goes
a quarter of the way through its motion,
and the door goes. And immediately, both dogs
losing it. Who's here? Who's the house? Come on, someone open this door. Losing their minds.
And they are losing their minds. And then one of them gets up and starts growling and absolutely losing. So he turns around and looks at me. And we just lose it because we have been just absolutely planning, just going, we are going to be quiet. We're not going to wake them up. We're going to do everything in our power to get over there without waking them up. And sure enough,
snuck up on the wrong people, the wrong day.
He gets the giggles, and then I get the giggles. And everyone knows that things get 8 times funnier when you're not supposed to laugh or you're supposed to be quiet. So as soon as we get in there, we are dying laughing. And so we're laughing. And then he picks up the chain. And the chain is...
Right. So I don't remember barely any of this. I remember my dogs barking and me being like, "No barking, no barking, no barking." And then they stopped barking. And then I remember the chain. I mean, it's a chain. Like, I immediately identified it because I didn't know what they were doing.
It is the loudest chain.
I was like, "That's a chain. They're pulling a chain
in the history of chains." And he said it was only a 20-foot chain. It sounded like 220 feet.
So I wasn't awake. I definitely went to. I was awake. I had consciousness during this, but I went immediately back to sleep.
So he's
also okay. So I want to mention that there's a motion sensitive light in the garage as
yes.
well. So they walk in, the dogs start barking. As soon as they breach the doorway, lights turn on immediately, and then they're walking around.
And the light and the chain drags across the concrete, and then it drags across the metal door frame, which is.
That's what I think I heard. That's
then
the chain. I was like, "That's a chain."
He and I are laughing. Dad and I are laughing so hard that he now is too weak to lift the chain because he's laughing.
You can't even move anymore.
And we can't even. You know how you laugh so hard, you're just useless to do anything with strength. So he's having to do this, and so he throws it on his shoulder, and he's like dragging all 200 feet out. And I
200 feet around. Now
it's only 20 feet,
right?
It
was 20 feet before. Now it's 200.
Right. So he drags it out of there, and he goes, "Bye." And I close the door, I walk in, still laughing. I go get back in bed. I'm laughing. I wake up the wife again, and then I'm laughing for another 30 minutes in bed,
shaking
the bed, laughing so hard because the plans just went. They went all to hell as soon as I mean,
too good.
pop,
perfect storm.
pop, and it was over.
That's
it was
just incredible.
absolutely over.
Absolutely incredible climb down.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, honestly, I was not perturbed at all. Ashley and I were sleeping fine. We were good.
Yeah, good.
We were
I
great.
mean,
that's such a fun.
And so then,
such a fun thing
the wife, I get back in bed, and the wife asked me what was so funny, and I just said, "It's chaos. It's chaos."
I don't know why you guys thought you were sneak past those dogs. I don't think dogs sleep, guys. I think they have
chaos.
like a moment where they close their eyes. They don't sleep though.
I have no idea how those dogs sleep. Buster, I will come through. I could come through and sound some air horns, and probably bring like a motorcycle and a kangaroo through the living room, and Buster will not get up off of his little pallet.
That's sad.
He sleeps on.
Our dogs will lose it. I mean, how many people has Isabel's barked at multiple people coming into your house?
Yes,
now.
yeah. She's in there in the other room, and my daughter walks through the door, and she's
Who is this? I don't know you.
I don't know you. This
Are you
is my
supposed
house.
to be here?
You're in my house now.
Dogs are great. They had a really good time running around too. They got a couple spikies in there.
Oh
from
yeah,
all the
they got little
cactuses.
spiky spikes in their
That's
paws.
So we were driving the mule around, which is it's basically it's a big 4-wheeler.
Let me see if I can.
Picture of old mule.
I do.
So we're driving that sucker around, having a good time. I got stuck at one point, by the way.
Oh, you did early on.
Early in the morning.
So he comes in. Okay, so he ran out and you did a lap around before I was able to get out there.
Yeah,
I woke up
a little earlier than you guys.
and
Had some breakfast. Got my my gear ready. I mean, I'm a guest in this place, but I've basically just done whatever I wanted.
Oh, dude, yeah, he is.
There's like toys and stuff everywhere, man, and it's 70 acres of land.
71.
71 acres of land. Like,
Yeah.
You could get lost and die, and then no one would.
Oh
find
yeah,
you,
100%.
right?
They'll never
So
find you. Like it's huge. It's
so
a
that
ton
is
of
just
stuff.
more incentive for me to go out and do whatever I want. Like I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's probably counterintuitive, huh?
Well, you could go a long way away and you won't disturb anybody.
Right,
like you're
exactly.
free to do that.
Maybe
right?
that's the best part of it. So I jump in this mule, this 4-wheeler, and I start driving around, and I come to a really steep incline, really steep incline, and I get halfway up this incline at
Oh
some
my
point.
goodness. Oh, you went. Okay, I know where you went then.
Yeah,
I do now.
Okay, I get halfway up this incline, and the mule is just stuck there. So I hit
You
it in
suck.
neutral, and I'm just going backwards down this hill now.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
pretty great. It was. I was like, what? Oh, that was a close.
It's like, oh, you son of a bitch, you got the mule
time,
stuck.
That's the time that we're gonna tip over if it was gonna happen.
Right.
You-
Was
you
the
get
dog?
stuck,
The dogs
though.
nasty with you?
Yeah, the dogs and Ashley were with me.
Oh my goodness.
The dogs have been great running alongside, and not getting hit.
Yeah, the dogs are insane.
They're farm dogs. They know what's up. They're
They
not
do know
dumb.
what's up. They do know what's
They're
up.
not messing around.
The at first the funny part was the dog didn't want to get in. They were very shaky about what this mule
They
is.
just didn't like the vehicle initially.
And then I think Annie,
the pampered one.
the pampered one, well, the smart one. I mean, the probably the smartest one in terms of.
She's pretty smart.
She's pretty sharp.
she's
She knows the most tricks, all that
just
sort
a
of stuff.
human.
And she's a veteran of. I mean, she's been around a lot longer than
It's
Isabel
true.
is.
Yeah, she has been
Oh yeah, I got to add you as this on
for
the scene
1 or
too.
2 minutes longer. So she eventually wants to get into the mule and ride around.
Right.
All right, that's what she wants to do. Meanwhile, Isabel refuses under any circumstance to get into the vehicle.
Oh, 100%.
So
Yeah.
she's running the entire time that we're driving around. I think the only time we actually put her in was like we took a short jaunt on some
There you go.
actual road.
So that's the little mule. This is the thing we're driving around in this morning.
Now, the other thing, I feel really uncomfortable in that thing. It's really not the best all-terrain vehicle, to be honest.
Oh, it's not. It's
Like,
not for comfort.
I feel like it will. I mean, like I feel if it goes on its side, there's like you can see the doors on the side of this thing aren't even doors. I don't know, like they're like footholders.
Right.
I don't even know. I'd rather have
But
nothing.
it can support its own weight. I mean, the bars going up around the roof of it.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not.
It's
worried
not
about
going to crush in.
I'm not worried about the vehicle getting hurt. I'm more about me getting hurt.
Well,
You feel? So like if we were to tip over on our left side as the driver, my
Right.
left side would be possibly in between the ground and the vehicle.
right.
So that's what scares me.
So
Now with a 4-wheeler, there is no doors and stuff.
correct.
That's why I want to. So the 4-wheelers that we have are really old, apparently.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
not, I'm not allowed.
Right.
Okay.
I told you. I warned you
I'm not
before we started that hey, the four wheelers are a little shaky. Like they're
I couldn't even figure out how to turn the suckers on.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little dicey. Like
It's a little dicey. Yeah.
It's a thing.
Someone buy me a 4-wheeler, please.
And they are. I swear to you, they are at least 30 years old.
30 years old. That's nuts.
Yeah.
They don't look 30 years old.
They've been in storage so much more than they've been in routine use. Right. I mean, he put them away for like 8 years at a time, and had to resurrect them. And I mean, you heard my mom on the phone. She's going, look, there's not even anyone around anymore who will work on them. And the one guy who we did get to work on him got a job, and so he's not going to work. He ain't working on nothing, and So
all you have to do, Clinton, is convince them to buy a new one. It'll be really useful. For me to use
well, that's what her last statement
now.
was before she hung up with us. Is she says, well, we're thinking about getting some new ones for the kids.
Oh, okay.
Sometime
the
soon.
kids. That's my favorite because that means they'll be
right.
reckless.
Right.
Reckless 4-wheelers.
So if this
Best
rolls
type of
over,
four-wheeler.
there's a dude sticking out the top who will be cut in half.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about this.
But if that's a Hummer. So you were drawing earlier today in our conversation. You were drawing a parallel between
a
that.
Hummer is something that your girlfriend gives you. This is a Humvee. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You got a sound effect you want to drop over there?
Look at
Don't call it a Hummer.
Okay. All right.
I've never heard. don't call that a Hummer. I don't know why it's a Humvee.
Okay. All right.
This is an armored Humvee. Looks like.
All right.
I have it on my screen here.
That's great. Go ahead, make your jokes,
Jokes.
mister.
He's got a 50 cal in that sucker.
Jokey.
Clowntown, you see that man right
Joke
there?
maker.
That's a killer. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll never be that.
I could
Never.
I won't kill with that. I could probably strangle a
I
fool.
mean, you could just do demolition with that.
Right. I'm not gonna punch any. I'm not gonna shoot anybody through a wall.
Did you see on the left side of the Humvee, near the driver's seat, the tall pipe-looking thing?
Yes.
You know what that's for?
Is that for air in case he goes in water?
Air intake.
Yeah, air
Not in
intake.
case he goes in water, but when he goes in
Right,
water.
right.
That's a really high air intake.
Right. Because
you could submerge your entire vehicle and your engine could still run.
you're
That
right.
air intake.
Yeah, I know about those. What are those called? It's not a gooseneck. It's like a.
I don't know the non-technical name.
It might just be air intake. It might be just
That's
elevated air intake or something, whatever. But, but yeah. So, like, if this rolls, for example, someone will be folded in half. If this rolls and you're not thrown away, you're probably just going to end up upside down.
Snorkel?
Snorkel. That's right.
That's what
Thank
you
you,
would call
Toaster.
them?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
I
That's
guess
right.
so. Okay.
I have heard it called a snorkel.
That's right. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never called it a snorkel.
Right.
A snorkel. Yeah.
Right, but
so
you will.
we were
But
talking
you.
about this.
Yeah, you will get.
mean-
But if this rolls, I think you kind of want to stay either. Okay. Either you need to get thrown from the vehicle,
Right. So I. Okay.
or you need to stay inside that cage.
Which are like two very opposites, right?
Correct.
So this is why I don't feel comfortable with this one because I feel
Right.
like neither is going to happen. You know, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm both
yeah,
not
for
gonna
sure.
I'm not going to stay inside the vehicle, and also I'm not going to be thrown.
So if-
I'm gonna end some equal distance thing away from this thing.
Most of the time, you and I were side by side on that front seat. So what we would really have to do is just tackle each other in an embrace and hold each other in the center of that vehicle when it came.
Always stay inside? No,
crashes.
definitely. You don't always want to stay inside. 100% you don't. Like, especially on a four-wheeler or a motorcycle, you actually want to be free from the four-wheeler or the motorcycle as it goes flying, because it is more dangerous than the ground is for you, depending on what's going on.
Right.
So we were talking about with the Humvees, if the Humvee falls on top of you, you get crushed. So you want to be ejected from the vehicle if a Humvee falls over. You don't want to be inside. Well, if you can manage to get inside somehow, that's great too. But halfway out, halfway in is not good. Okay, Ramrod, we know snorkel.
Snorkel.
Toaster already said it.
He might just be on crazy stream delay.
Ramrod, get out of here, all right?
Control F5 and catch up.
Control F5? It's just F5, isn't it? Don't control F5.
I think because
guys.
the Control F5 is clear cache also. I think.
If a four-wheeler motorcycle is always on the outside. Are you always on the outside, though? No, you're not always on the outside.
The thing that I
Okay.
have that's difficult for me on a four-wheeler is side to side I'm probably okay on because I can kind of bail out, but going up and having it come back over on top of you,
That sounds fun.
that's what, and then you're essentially
Getting smushed?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I feel like probably if someone put a four-wheeler on top of you, you wouldn't get crushed to death. Like Like if it fell
bone
on
break
top
or whatever.
Yeah, maybe break some bones, like break some ribs. I don't think it'd crush you to death, 100%. Like break some ribs, maybe. Like I don't think I could lift up a 4-wheeler with my strength, but I could probably roll from underneath it if it was placed on top of me.
Maybe.
Know? Like this thing, no way. The mule, that's way heavier.
Yeah, the mule is definitely way heavier. That's I mean, you can look at its suspension and that cage and the suspension and all that stuff underneath is very, very heavy. But something like the big bear that he was that you saw with Pawpaw with my dad.
Pawpaw, Meemaw.
He's Pawpaw to his grandkids. So to my kids, his name's Pawpaw.
So you call him Pawpaw also because of that?
Well, I didn't until the kids came.
You got indoctrinated by your own children.
That's crazy. Here we go. This is what I want. This is what we're looking for right here.
Like this? Oh, I see. Doing that.
Yeah.
So no, he'll be fine if he goes up on him. He'll be okay.
Well,
see. He's so low down. It'll probably go for it anyway.
Here.
He'll be fine. You have so many scenes here, man. It's crazy.
Right. I mean, you need a little bit of respect for what the hell's going on right here.
Some disrespect for what's going on over here. See, I would just run it with one scene and it'd be fine. One OBS browser source, and that would be it. That'd be it. But in case you ever want to go back to, oh my God, this is so complicated.
No, it's not. I screwed up the first one.
You gotta be killing me here.
That one. And then I just put it in I saved it in the wrong spot.
You're fine. I believe you. All right.
So if you're on this 4-wheeler, like this wouldn't crush you, but that big bear, the biggest one that we have, there's 3 of them. There's a big bear, there's a little badger, and then there's a little baby bear.
It actually says badger on the side.
It says badger on the side.
I really wanted to try that.
I know, and you look great on it too.
Thanks.
You look great on it too. I was like, oh, it's gonna be so fun. But Pawpaw's not there to help us start it or keep it running.
Well, I'm putting a Pawpaw in a headlock next time I see him, okay?
Like I swear, the last time I went out there and went riding with him with the kids, he had this little spray bottle that looked like it was about this big. It looked like a tank of propane and a little wire that runs
and propane accessories
and he had to hook it up into the
yeah, I saw where he did that.
I think it was like a carburetor infuser or something.
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm just saying.
I know you're saying.
And he had to put some. It was like some sort of vapor that he had to do to push in there to kind of clean out something, plus gas, and then start it. Stand on one foot, hang his mouth right, and then
okay.
Whatever
and
what it was to get
do the star dance in the right way, and you get to Arcalis. Got it. Yeah, that's what I observed after looking at them.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, yeah, let's not do that.
Any other 4-wheeler? I could probably, like you and I, could probably look at it and go, oh, okay, let's
Most of them are electric start. Yeah, right. I mean, these ones are electric start, but they don't electric start anymore.
Right.
Honestly, I was just, expecting them to be pull to start, but they are luckily not that. But I mean, they might as well not start now, right? Basically.
Right. They really and here's the thing is as they were getting them ready and as they were kind of migrating out to that area. Everyone that they brought them to was offering to buy them off of them.
Really?
And I'm going, sell.
They're sold out too.
Sell.
I mean, they're not in like super awesome shape.
Sell.
Sell all 3 of them and get one working one.
Yeah. Or 3 down to 2, right? And whatever. But
something like that. Yeah,
sell them.
That'd be fine. Don't sell the Badger though. Okay. Sell 2 of them, get one new one.
Well. Yeah.
All right, we have it says Badger on the side, guys.
It does.
Like it literally says Badger on the side. Like I couldn't think of a thing that would be better. Max, how'd you get a sub to Ox? You making all this money now? You're subbing to people?
Somebody buy him a sub?
Somebody buy him a sub, probably.
Maybe.
How's Ox doing? I haven't talked to Ox since he had Babby.
Oh, he's loving it. He's loving it, just like we knew he would.
Most of my physical altercations during my tenure working at Pet Boys involved 4-wheelers. What, you got into fights with people over 4-wheelers at Pet Boys? It's Badger. It has his name on it. Yeah, exactly.
It would have been so fun for Badger to ride the Badger, but
it would have been great.
Pawpaw had to vacate, and so we need him. He is the starter, I think.
He is
the key.
Starter, right? Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, if you have to, you got what over what, Jeff? You didn't tell me this story right now about you getting into fistfights over 4-wheelers.
Oh, God.
Have you been on the 4-wheeler? You said you've been on one.
What type of person owns a 4-wheeler?
Someone with a lot of testosterone.
Those who don't give a flying fig about their physical well-being, right?
4-wheelers are not dangerous.
Oh, you see, look at this guy. You think he cares about his physical well-being?
Yeah, he probably gets paid money. He's got a helmet on a 4-wheeler. Never in my life.
That's only because your government tells him to.
Never my government. Yeah, fair enough. Your government too, all right?
That's surely
your
not his
mom.
government.
Hey, that's really not his government. Look, that guy has a helmet on. He could not be being safer right now.
Right. See, this is the new. This is a Yamaha Badger.
Booger man.
Yep. It's a. It's.
See, I've never worn a helmet on a 4-wheeler before, so.
Papa would make you.
Yeah.
He made me.
You have motorcycle helmets?
Yeah, he does. He's got He's got a bunch of them.
The question is, can he catch me?
No.
After the 4-wheeler's going.
No, he can't. he usually has a rope tied to him so what he does, his lessons that he does with the kids is he has them go in a circle around him, and he's got this like 30-foot rope that is connected to the starter. So if they get out of line or they get squirrely on him, he just pulls the rope and it kills the engine.
See, what I would do, I would bring a scissor.
Yeah,
and cut the rope.
Of course. But as a kid, it's great. So he gets out there, and so I mean, we all know, like, the daughter is the physical athlete of the family, and Ash is, well, he's Ash.
Something.
He's something.
He's not. We're not sure exactly what yet.
So
he's growing still, guys.
The daughter is. We have no issues with the daughter. Like, daughter can physically manipulate all the things. She's very strong. She has a good body presence. She knows exactly where and how to control the thing and can overpower a 4-wheeler. Whereas Ash is not like that.
Ash is putty.
So
is what you're telling me here.
So Papa had the rope hooked all the way onto Ash for a lot longer, and he let him go out, and he would he kind of just doing a circle. It's like, kind of like flying a kite around him, and then as soon as Ash would, this is a couple years ago, but as soon as Ash would get squirrely on it, he would just yank the rope, and then it would kill the engine, and he'd kind of coast to a stop.
Interesting.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
That's how he,
I would definitely never put Ash on a 4-wheeler in my life. Never. That's never gonna happen. Never.
And he
not under my command, okay, guys.
And he taught my brothers on those same 4-wheelers. That's how old they are. Like, they are
taught. So my taught on a 4-wheeler is like, here's a 4-wheeler. Okay, let's do it.
All right,
that was my taught. But
sit
that
here.
was also coming back from Iraq.
Sit here. We're going to talk about this for about 30 minutes, and we're going to sit on it. Here you go.
There should always be a class portion. For safety and insurance.
Okay, you sat on the 4-wheeler. What did you do wrong?
Yeah, you breathed wrong.
You didn't. No, you didn't put a helmet on. Get off. Put your helmet on right now.
Helmets.
Right.
Safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is this nonsense you speak of?
100%.
Everyone wants you to get the boxing glove.
Are you going to do it?
Look, Wes, dude, $10. He'll get the boxing glove. All right? No. Calm down. $10. Actually, gift someone a sub from Clown and Ice channel.
Oh.
There you go. Look at that. We need to get.
We should promote our. Yeah, we should do the subs. Subs things are where it's at. I think. Right?
Yeah, you're probably right. Sub things is where it's at.
There's direct tips. I mean, subs are a long-term investment, right?
Oh, Patreon has recently increased the payout for patrons.
I saw.
To 95%. Sorry, patrons? No, not patrons.
Hang on.
Creators to 95%.
Let's do this.
I don't need a helmet. He has hats. Oh, do we? I want to know about that big sombrero you have.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I'll tell that story. That's funny. So. Let me grab from your channel your last VOD.
Okay, yeah.
And so we went live on Badger's channel earlier out here. We can do it out there. Apparently, my phone and my Twitch and my signal is not enough to make it all the way to Twitch servers and trigger a stream. Badger pulled out his Google phone with Google Plan and all that stuff. He hits the button and we're instantly live, and it's paradise. I bought an $11 selfie stick and with a little lav mic, and I had a mic hooked up to us so we could sit there and do that. We could sit there and chat. Where's Badger's VODs here? And there they are. They're hidden videos. And we went. Oh, look at that crazy ass sombrero. That's so good.
Crazy sombrero. Absolutely nuts.
It's not really a sombrero. But he hits the button and we're instantly live. It's no big deal. We're doing the thing. It's great. Yeah, it was $11. It's kind of dicey to get it working, but it was
a little fiddly to get it working.
It said
the stick. It was a hard stick. Okay?
Best seller is what it lured me in with.
Bestseller. Okay, nice on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see what you're saying there, Kurt. I think that's a different thing than the 95%. Pretty sure. Because this was Patreon did a thing. Patreon got a little bit of trouble, sort of, kind of, where they changed the way that fees work. They kind of went the Game Wispy way, where they're doing a flat fee and stuff like that based on processing and stuff, which was already coming out of the creator's account every time something was processed. So like a $1 patron is going to have a processing fee of a flat amount anyway. Now they were taking it out of the creator side for forever, and then they started taking it out of the Patreon side. And it seems like mostly patrons are upset about that change. They told me about that change via email, and I was like, okay, great. That was my response to the situation. I had no clue that they were going to get so much backlash over this. I still think it's 95% payout because Patreon takes their 5% cut. I haven't checked to see if they have changed that or anything like that yet. I think there's two separate things. Maybe. You can probably find some articles on this. Patreon fee change. There's a bunch of different stuff of them getting in a lot of trouble, apparently. We didn't notice anything from my Patreon, so... I don't know. Thanks, Westy. Appreciate it. I don't know. From a creator standpoint, seemed okay from what I saw.
Oh, there we go.
And they pretty much immediately backed this off also.
Yeah, I saw that. I never saw what was going on.
I saw the back off first, actually.
Yes,
yeah.
I saw the back off.
Like
that was it.
They,
I was like, what?
They were like,
I didn't
nope,
understand.
So clicky to this. I guess they got so much negative feedback from actual patrons that they decided not to do it.
Right, and they said, sorry,
Honestly,
our bad.
I think they had the creators in mind for this, because really what they want to do is they want to have a number on the patrons page, the Patreon page for a creator that says exactly how much money that creator is earning, which is one of the reasons I liked Patreon so much, because Game Wisp, it was kind of like mired in some things where you couldn't really see how much a person was making. I like the idea of being able to see exactly how much we make via Patreon. Yeah, right. So the Twitter post from Patreon pinned tweet, we're sorry we messed up.
Right. I saw that. I got an email too.
Honestly, I don't think they messed up at all. But they had the statistics on their side, right?
Right. They passed all the credit card processing fees from patronee to the patron, which should have been done from the beginning.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. See, that's that, and they noticed that, decided to change that, and then people got mad.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems. I don't know.
Or Patreon ate the processing fees out of their 5%.
No, the Patreon did not eat any fees.
Or patron, sorry.
Yes, the patron is the person who's giving money. This is why I like to say creator.
Oh yeah.
So the creator is the person who's paying those processing fees previously.
Right.
I mean, it ends up the same really at the end.
Yeah, I didn't know what. Yeah, I'm in your boat, Kurt. I didn't know what it was about either. Yeah. I just saw the apology and I went, oh, okay.
So fast. This only happened recently. It happened so fast that I was having trouble keeping up with it as someone who uses Patreon and really likes Patreon. So
right.
We'll check out this more for next EAY and come back with it.
I mean, I do keep up with both of those just because I'm a content apparently content creator and do thing.
You're not sure, but apparently.
I mean,
there is a point where you're like, do I do this? Is this a thing that I do? I guess so. Yeah.
I guess yeah.
I guess I fit into that category.
I'm still in the. I guess I do this thing.
I think the moment that you're a content creator is that moment that you were looking at getting the $150 keyboard that was labeled for streamers. You know what I mean? That's the moment when the targeted marketing is hitting you and you're like, oh yeah, this seems good.
Yep, I guess so.
That's a good marker for when you're actually doing the content creation stuff on the interwebs. Interwebs.
Okay, I do have a hang on.
Are you wanting to show this video? Oh, you're just showing that.
No. I just show the. I grabbed a. That'll be for you here in a second. So put a pin in the targeted advertisement, right?
Okay,
so for the keyboard. All right.
We're targeting.
So this is the crazy ass sombrero right here that I got. So that's us this morning.
It's pretty big. You put that on and the dogs didn't recognize it. They're mad. What are you wearing? Put that down. What are you?
Yeah, I'll hit that up here in a second, Max. But yeah, this is what we were doing this morning. So this is a direct result of what's called hat envy. Okay. I have a normal size little just straw hat that I wear. So my kids they swim every summer, and I am the voice of the swim team, and so I'm out there in the blazing heat all the time, and I had this little straw hat that's ventilated and it does the thing right.
Ventilated.
Straw. It's a straw hat. It's
a straw hat. It's ventilated already.
Right. But I have a leather one from Australia.
Oh my God, Wes, get out of here with
and
that.
the leather one is so hot. Like I will sweat.
Leather doesn't breathe.
It doesn't. Right. And I wore the leather one for about 2 years before I figured out, hey, this leather one's bullcrap in the summer.
Yeah. You want something that's gonna keep you cool? Leather not the way.
Leather's not. No. So for the summer, for the billion-degree heat.
Billion degree. Because it's Texas.
I wore this.
1 billion. It snowed. Did you get any snow here?
I survived. I did survive the blizzard of 2017. Yes.
Exactly. Wow. It was not even an inch of snow, guys. Like, I threw multiple snowballs though. Multiple.
Right.
Snowballs.
Right.
I threw my first thing. I got a handful. I walked up, by the way, in my shorts, in exercise shorts. I walked out at the front of my house, and I had a t-shirt on also, and flip flops. I immediately started just with my bare hands grabbing snow from on top of our car, and I started throwing it everywhere, throwing it at the dog, throwing it at Ashley. All kinds of stuff. It was pretty great. Like, honestly, I don't get to mess with snow very often. I think last time I saw snow was 2010, and that was in El Paso.
Yeah.
You got 5 inches of snow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I've seen. I'm not a snow veteran. Like I don't drive in it, but
Well,
I did get this this trophy right here. Look here. I survived. Have you seen this? Right, I've survived the blizzard of 2017.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. See,
What? That literally doesn't even.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't even register on the scale.
I'm pretty much a veteran. I mean, I'm pretty much a snow veteran. Right now. I'm a snow veteran.
I mean, there's so many.
I'm a blizzard veteran.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not used to this microphone. See,
Right.
with my microphone, I can go wherever I want. This one's very directional, which Content has an interesting setup here. It looks like he could probably send a rocket ship into space.
Right.
With this mixer he has.
Right.
This is an 11-channel mixer, 12-channel mixer here. He has 2 people who use this. I think it's a little bit overkill.
Room to grow.
It's got room to grow, baby. I tell you what. I wish we could cancel that once the joke is over. You know.
What, the echo?
Yeah, the echo.
Yeah. So anyway, in this, I can hear myself when I don't. So,
yeah. I wish I could have you hear yourself. And still not.
I was at this weird. I forget what it was. It was like some sort of trade show or something, and I saw across the way this giant. I think he must have been like 6'8".
What?
And probably
250
pounds.
Man wearing a sombrero.
Giant man of color wearing this same hat.
Man of color. See, this is what political correctness has done to us, guys.
And I ran over there and I said, "Excuse me, sir."
Excuse me, senor. Hola, senor. I like your hat a lot.
I said, "Look, excuse me, sir. I have the largest case of hat envy. Can you tell me where you got that?"
So it was a giant hat like this hat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And before I left his presence, I had one. I found it on Amazon and I ordered it, and it was there. I think by the time we even got home, like it was.
Wow!
It was there.
Wow! It's on Amazon. This giant hat.
Yes, I did order it off of Amazon, and I showed it to him. I said, "This is the one. This looks like the one." He says, "Oh yeah. In fact, this one." He says, "I like that one better because it has a little nice brim around it. Whatever."
Yeah.
It's a giant hat. And don't put in sombrero. Just put in. I think it was extra size or large size hat.
This is a big sombrero right here, though.
Right.
Look at this. This is a real man sombrero. I'm gonna get this sombrero. Look how you got. Hold on, look.
Yeah, there's a couple sombreros where you can put some dip or some guac in your on the top, and then the brim is filled with chips.
Easily, that's a real man sombrero right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought a hat. I also brought dishware, guys. Easy peasy. Look at that. There's a sombrero for food for you guys. I've never been to a Mexican restaurant that had this. I feel like I need to experience this. In fact, it's a chip hat. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, one of those chips and dip hat.
That's good, Jason. You filled up your tires with air. That's great. I feel like car care is an important thing, Clowntown. What do you think? Do you know a lot about your car?
Yes.
You do. All right. When's the last time you changed the oil on your car?
Oh, well, this one I have not yet because, remember, I just got it in March. But it is now time. I just ran over, I think it was like 5,000 miles, so it's time to do it.
Time to do it?
So, yeah, this this is what I'm really going for right here.
I
This
mean,
little chips and dip.
I think that your hat's not quite. No, you could probably do that with your hat.
Probably do it.
You could probably do it with your hat.
Right.
Honestly.
So yeah, anyway, I had that hat, and it's I can't wait to kind of. This was after the swim season, so I can't wait to bring that into my my new swim season. Where are you going?
Nowhere. Yes.
Oh, so you got it.
Uh-huh.
Did he hit you up?
Who? No, oh no, no one's giving any money yet.
Psh, yet.
I'm waiting. I'm ready. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready.
Oh manzies.
I'm ready.
All right. I will tell you. Okay, now what? But I used to do all the when I had the diesel. I used to change all my own oil. It's a pain, but
changing your oil is the best thing to do.
it's a pain to do, but it's for the diesel. It's way more important, I think, more so than the other car, because diesel parts are like they're heavier. They need more. I don't know. They need more care. They need you have to change. You have to change it on a good schedule, right?
Guys, this is literally just a stick with a boxing glove. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a stick. Where'd you even get this stick at?
I don't know where I got. I know the boxing gloves from Hungary,
It's from Hungary in particular.
right? And
Made in
then
Hungary?
the stick is, I don't know, probably was
From
the
a tree?
end of a broom or something. I don't know. It broke.
What? That tip I did a bit ago. What? Do you
It's
see?
called the boxing glove on a stick because it's a boxing glove on a
West Dude
stick.
said he gave us money.
No one gave Badger. What happened to that tip that I did a bit ago? When is a bit? Is that
A tip.
last
a bit.
quarter or what? Or,
Last quarter.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you-
No, it's not.
It's
It doesn't need to be because
It's not.
it sits upright
Yeah,
and
it's fine mostly. I think
we don't use it aggressively.
You don't use it. If you were to put a fist on the end of a stick and you don't use it aggressively, you're using it wrong.
Well, it's
Right?
for comic value. It's comic
Comedic
comedic value.
Comic value.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm here. $10 for a punch. Okay, one punch. I'm gonna hit him hard too, guys.
We didn't even
I'm-
talk
I'm
about
gonna-
this.
I'm gonna
Look.
hit him real hard right there. Yeah, just look at the size of that boy's head. I got a
Look.
big target here. I could not miss.
Look, I've already. I tell you, I did get a little bruising around my ears, and the cauliflower ear could be starting soon because we were
From
doing
getting beat
stand-up
up?
wrestling.
You
yeah.
stand up wrestling around.
Yeah. It's like now the people that you don't want to mess with are not the guys that are all tattooed and piercings and all that sort of stuff. The guys that you don't want to mess with are the guys with the cauliflower ears. Like those guys will. That means he's probably in training of some sort, right?
Yeah. Or they just have honestly, the way you get cauliflower ears is by getting punched in them a lot.
Repeatedly, right? It's
Repeatedly
repeated
over
trauma,
and over
right?
again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So here's the one that you're interested in, Badger, and the one that Max is.
Yeah,
Max.
okay.
Max has informed me that he
Yes.
has this in the bag.
In the bag. Well, no, he can't. He's in Russia.
In the
can't-
in the bag.
He's got it in the bag.
In the bag.
I don't think he can. Oh, Max, did you sign up for Loots, by the way? Did you do your Loots?
Yeah, he was interested in doing this. So Max
I
is
gave him emails and
like,
stuff.
you guys may as well quit.
Well, Shady
because-
Lady won last time.
Right.
So to be
That's
honest,
insane, man. I mean,
it's insane. That thing, yeah. Honestly, winning stuff is weird to us.
but I
I
mean,
don't know.
little old us out of all the loots, of all the
I
streamers,
don't know
right?
how- I guess there is a lot of. I mean, I don't know that many people who use Loots. Me, you, Noe, Larry,
Ox used to.
Ox used to really. I thought he poo-pooed the Loots.
He
thing.
did.
He did, and he came back.
Well,
mean-
I asked him, "Hey, man, why aren't you doing loots anymore? I want to give you some money." He says, "Honestly, somebody tipped the crap out of me and said it'll keep coming. I'm not going to tip you anymore unless you ditch loots." And he says, "Done and done."
Wow. Okay.
So he got financially talked.
Fair enough.
Apparently, financially talked out of it. And
if you're giving me $100 and you're like, could you remove Loots? I'll give you another $100. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I could do that.
because someone said something like, "Hey, it distracts me from your stream, and I don't want it on there. So here's a bunch of money to take it off." And he says, "Done and done."
Yeah, okay, fair enough. No one's had
Nope.
no one even mentions Loots to me.
He
Very
ain't
often.
even
Very,
he ain't
very
even done it.
rarely.
Yeah, he ain't no dummy, right?
He ain't no dummy.
He ain't no dummy.
Ramrod, if you don't know what Loots is, don't even worry about it, sucker. I've
Yeah.
known you for like 6 months. I've had this thing on my channel the entire time. You ain't ever learning. All right? It's too late for you.
So Luke's
Wolfie Chan, what's up, man? How you doing?
what Wolf? All right, yeah. Hey, there's Wolf.
Oh, you talk about this. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Micro break.
you gotta be shitting me. He's got to go. He's got to go. Oh, that his water's empty. He's got to go. He's got to go potty. All right. Here's the Lutz tip. Sweepstakes. Every tip. Okay. This is what's important. Every tip message that is sent until the end of the year, 31st, will give the tipper and the streamer a chance to win this bundle. So, and look what this bundle includes. It is the HD 60 Pro, which is a game capture card, a green screen, which I've already got. I mean, Badger could, I'll probably give that green screen away, or Badger will guilt me into using it. The green screen looks like it's portable. But here's the jam. Let me put this up here for you. Let's grab the screenshot right fast. Bam! There's the thing. It's the capture card, the green screen, and the stream deck. Oh, look at there! No. This, if you win this Loot Stream Deck, will you win this Loot package? It's a capture card, a portable little green screen. It looks portable, so it's one of those ground sitting ones that you.
Oh, this is one of the new ones.
Yes,
yeah.
And look at there. The $150 Stream Deck that you and I was very excited about.
$150, worth about $45, just as a disclaimer. Maybe $45. It's
right.
A keyboard. It has a little tiny LCD screens on it.
Clowntown. It's a keyboard.
It's Clowntown. It's a keyboard.
It's a keyboard.
Clowntown. Look at this mixer.
Look at me.
Look at this keyboard.
Look at me and look at this keyboard.
Wolfie Chan, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Wolfie Chan, you've been playing a lot of that one game, Tarkov? Escape from
Tarkov, yeah.
Escape from Tarkov. Is that what it is?
Very H1Z1-ish type of thing.
H1Z1?
With a lot of realism.
How's that game, Wolfie? A lot of realism, huh?
Yeah.
I don't really like realism in my video games, to be honest.
Yeah, there's boots and stuff like that, so... ARC AB servers online. Post info in your Discord also, Clowntown. Your hard code is an admin. If you want to check it out, DLC required. Hey, thank you very much, Lutz. Or they are the Wolf. I was looking at the word Lutz. Thank you very much, Wolf.
A streamer autopilot is a real super thing, man. Streamer autopilot is like... I suffer from it all the time. We'll be playing a game, and then something will happen, and I have this thing that I always say during that thing, and it'll just be the wrong time to have said that thing. Hey, thank you for that, host. Wait, no, you didn't. Host.
Yeah.
You just said
100%.
hi to me. You just said hi to me. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. What? Hello?
What's up, Shade? Thank you for the host.
We don't have the bot here because I'm at my computer.
Yeah, there you
honestly.
go. I shouted him out manually.
Wolfie Chan, look where I am. Look where I am, Wolfie Chan. Look.
Hang on. Let me go to the other scene.
Look.
Let me go to this. Oh, 2 frames. This one. Let's go to the other scene.
Look where I am, Wolfie Chan. You see this? Are you seeing this? Look
yeah.
At this. It's not fake. Yeah, I guess I have to make contact, huh?
Yeah.
It's not fake.
It's not fake.
Hello, my name is William. I'm the video better. Thanks for so long.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Oh, snap, son.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Live action. He is in the clown cave. That's right.
Clown cave.
So we have Badger and I, we have a full weekend together pretty much. So
full weekend. I
full
think
weekend.
we'll be leaving Saturday morning probably.
So tomorrow's stream probably we can come back here, but probably we won't. I think we want to do some stuff with a selfie stick once we get the fire built and all that sort of stuff, right?
We'll see about that because we have to last for a whole hour, you know. I mean, maybe even like right after this, we'll do something, little things. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
I don't know if what we're doing. I
kind of want to get out there and get the fire done and.
I'm on vacation right now.
But to truth, if you want to do a little bit more, we can do that. So. Yeah.
I don't know. We could sit here and play Worms Armageddon. I don't know. I was trying to honestly like the most fun thing for me to do in person would be to do Sheriff of Nottingham, but that requires like a whole bunch of setup. Oh, yeah, let's talk about Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah, if you let me go grab that link.
Yeah. All right, I'll talk a little bit about it beforehand.
Go for it.
I got Sheriff of Nottingham from my friends. They're gonna hire me eventually. Yogscast. They played Sheriff of Nottingham on their Games Night channel, and it is a game about lying. And I thought Clowntown would really like it. I thought Clowntown would really like it a lot. Ashley really likes it. I'm not sure why, but it's kind of like a sort of poker thing. It's really fun. Clowntown will grab it for you here. It's not very expensive. The only thing that has kind of upset me about the game is that some of the bags that came with the game broke pretty quickly.
Yes.
But, other than that, I think it's easily one of my most enjoyed board games. I guess it's a card game. But
it's kind of not even a board game, right?
It doesn't have a board that comes with it, so I think it's just a card game, really.
Right. So there's your link to it. Let me get you a picture.
What's up, Brew? How you doing, my man?
If you're in chat, you can get the link
My
to
man.
It. So, Sheriff of
if
Nottingham.
you're buying this, use my freaking Amazon link, all right? Go to my channel.
Do it.
Find the Amazon link. You want to buy this, I get a cut.
Come on, do it.
If you're buying anything online, come on, do it. Kill me.
Come on, do it.
Buy
I'm
from my
here.
Amazon link now.
I'm
Like
here.
and subscribe before you watch the video. Yeah.
I'm here. Kill me. Come on, do
Come on,
it.
kill me.
Do it. Come on.
I'm here now. It's not a tumor.
Look. I'm Detective John Kimball.
Put that cookie down.
Put the cookie down.
Put that cookie down now.
So here's the issue is that essentially you have these cards and you can either sneak in
Sneaking.
goods
You sneak it in.
to sell at your little bin,
You're
or
sneaking
you
them
sneak in contraband to sell at your booth, right? You have a booth,
Got a booth.
and
You're
you
Marcus Stahl.
either
You're in
sneak
Nottingham. You're nodding around.
you put up your cards in these packs, and you either sneak in good legal stuff or
Legal
illegal
tender
stuff.
or illegal tender. You can sneak in some cocks, or you could just get normal cocks are fine. Cocks are legal tender. My favorite thing to sneak in is cocks.
Rooster.
Well, I mean, saying
rooster.
cocks isn't incorrect.
Pullets.
Pullets. What's up, Print Track? How you doing, my friend?
Isn't that what it is? There's a
Pullet.
some sort of pullet.
What are you
There's
talking
a
about?
definition.
Pullets. Cocks? Pullets? What?
There's a pullet is a I think it's like a game bird. I don't know.
Pull it, pick it down, put it around. Cheese? There's cheese bread, apples?
So essentially, you sneak in these goods like cheese breads and apples, and
I feel like this game is really hard to explain.
and roosters.
Unless you play it.
Yeah.
Is the thing. I feel like most games are like that. to be
yeah, but
honest.
I got it. So you
got
sneak
it.
in some good. You can put good stuff in your pack, or you can put bad stuff in your pack. The bad stuff obviously is worth more. Contraband is worth more. And at the end of the game, the more contraband you sneak through, the better, because you're going to get a big payout at the end. If you can play legit, and you sneak through stuff, and the sheriff, everyone takes turns being a sheriff, and the sheriff every time the sheriff has a chance to either audit you or not audit you.
They choose.
And they can choose each one. If they audit you and you're legit, and you sneak through only legit stuff in the right order and the right amounts, the sheriff has to pay you for your trouble out of his own pocket.
Right.
So if you are playing the game straight, then the sheriff, if the sheriff is already hounding you and auditing you every time, the sheriff is going to be paying you.
You're going to make money.
But
about lying.
if you put some contraband
Lie
in
to
there
him.
and you get audited by the sheriff, you have to pay the sheriff. And the contraband is obviously worth more. So you have to take a chance. Is if I need to get out ahead of the other players who are sneaking in more stuff, then I may need to make a play and put in a bunch of contraband. But there's also these deals you can go on. Give me 2 gold and I won't audit you.
It's pretty great. I
Right.
want to set up more board game streaming stuff in the future. So maybe at my place I'll have. I think it'll take about 2 cameras to set it up. Right. Be nice, because I want
But
an
again-
overhead camera and I want a side camera. So hopefully I'll get to play this stuff in front of you guys and it'll be way clearer there.
But again, it's more of it's an in person, because you need to see their hands as the behavior with their cards.
Definitely, for sure.
You need to see what cards they pay attention to. You need to see how well
Wolfie, you just bought it? Did you use my Amazon link? Return it
really?
with a receipt and then go use the Amazon link right now.
And you also need to you kind of need where's this deal? And you also need to you need to watch them on how they hand you their pack. There's little pouches.
Everyone thinks they're a human lie detector. I mean, it is what it is.
It is, yeah.
It's so hard to tell when someone's lying, to be honest.
And also, Badger was always doing. Hey, I will give you 1 gold to audit Ashley's pack.
Yeah.
Like, he's cutting deals to try and get me audit. Well, the other night, or last night, I had already made the decision to. It was Clown Lady. Clown Lady handed it to me. I immediately knew she was lying. I made the decision I was going to audit it. But then
this is great.
Badger is going, hey, I'll give you 2 to audit hers. And then he's trying, and then he rolls back on. He's trying to say, okay, no, I'll give you 2 apples. And when he starts to do this trading, I'm going, okay, I will do that, because I've already decided to audit her pack. So just tell me what you're going to give me right now, and we'll get some more out of this, right? Because I'd already made that decision. So
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff that can go on with Sheriff Nottingham. I really 5
good.
stars out of this.
It was good.
I've got quite a few board games. This is a cheaper board game, to be honest.
Yeah, $20
than
22?
than the other ones. Yeah, 22, $23, and you got it on Prime, baby, no problem. Again, use my Amazon link. I wasn't trying to sell this, but if you actually do end up trying this game, it is really good.
Yeah, go to Badger's channel and click through his Amazon link.
I feel like a drinking game should always be associated with this, though. So if you think of some good rules,
maybe
like every time someone says chicken instead of cock, they have to drink.
Oh no. Okay, I actually, okay, I have one maybe for tonight, but I can't say it on air.
You can't say it on air. What could it possibly be? I just said the word cock.
Sidebar.
Multiple times. Okay.
Okay, you see why I can't say that on air?
Yeah, you can say that on air. That's fine.
No. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
There's guys. He didn't even say anything to me. He looked over at me and said, "I had nothing in mind, just a laugh," and then I went as fake as I possibly could. If you didn't miss out on anything, don't worry.
You didn't miss out.
You didn't have to be Clowntown. You're so bad.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
You're so bad
really
though. Like, oh my god.
Good.
I like this. I mean, this is nice that we can hit the buttons here and just talk to each other. You know,
anytime you have to do it, you have to say sidebar.
A little sidebar here.
And by the way, when you sidebar something, it's like honor the dump.
Yep. Yeah. You can't. I mean, it's gone. We're done now. Yeah.
You can't do it.
So yeah, pick this up on Amazon right now. Use our affiliate link. It should be easy. Find either Clowntowns or my affiliate link. Easy peasy on the squeezy on our channels. It's good stuff. I will try to bring you some of this content in future. In fact, some of this board game content.
Cool.
We should have Fireside today. We'll see. We'll see. I want to see how it was a little windy when we were out there.
Yeah, and freaking cold, man. That wind was cutting through us. We need to move the fire pit if we can. I think if we can.
It's too late to move the fire pit now. It's pitch black out now.
No, we could do it.
We could do it. We could do it at night. All right.
I'm bringing my work gloves back. So
is Paw going to be there when we get back? No, he's not gonna be there. Okay.
Come back Monday. So
I'm gonna start shooting my guns.
You can't shoot guns. It's pitch black.
Wrong. Every time the muzzle flash happens, I can see just fine.
It's pitch black. You can't see it.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of people in Houston that would like to meet up. I almost met PC Triumph. He was almost there at Dickens on the Strand. So
PC Triumph.
Yeah, honestly, like if you meet me somewhere, I'll blindfold you and I'll take you to my place. Okay, we'll do the drive around in circles, right? I'll blindfold you, drive you around the Whataburger, pick up some Whataburger, still have you be blindfolded.
Really?
Use your card to pay for it, and I'll bring you to my place. All right? Sounds good. If you're Jeff level,
right.
Where Jeff has given me probably. I don't even want to say. Jeff, you've given me too much money.
Yeah.
All right.
It's really it's too much, right?
Australia. So I have been massively entertained by Miss Clown Lady's accent the entire time I've been here. So entertained.
She's cool.
So entertained.
Yeah, she's super cool, right?
Every time she says Baja.
Baja.
It's a Baja.
Gonna get the car, park it in the yard.
No, that's a Boston accent. Yeah.
It's a derivative.
Taking the car in the yard in the harbor.
It's a derivative of English, right? Which is derivative. Boston is a derivative of English too, right?
I don't think it's a different language. It's just an accent. You don't speak. If I were to go to Boston, I could speak to them. It would be.
Right, you're still speaking English. They speak English. They speak English in Boston.
I feel like a derivative of English is something else. Like it's different English. Like there is other places who speak so differently that you can't even understand what they're saying.
Okay, there's your quote. They speak English in Boston. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, they speak. That's what I'm trying to say here. They speak English in Boston. They don't speak Bostonese or anything like that. I've been to Boston. They don't speak English. All right, fair enough.
I mean,
fair enough.
I've been there once. I got around okay.
All right, Jeff. Let's talk about that when the time gets closer, man. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure we can get a little meet up here.
It wouldn't be bad.
I mean, we could take you out to the woods, to be honest. Like, you ain't leaving. You'll never be able to cancel your Patreon.
Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. You're going to be tasty. It's going to be real tasty.
I mean, if it comes down to the three of us, I mean...
Who are we going to eat?
I mean, what do we got to do?
I don't know what Jeff looks like. You could be tasty. I mean, I could eat...
I'm sinewy.
If you were to eat me, where would you start?
Legs, calves.
Calves? You
dark
what about just eat my dick immediately? Like it'd
Look.
be pretty delicious. Like it's got a lot of fat. What? What? Like just asking. Like there's like if it's gonna go bad faster than all the other bits and stuff like that, like it's if you're gonna eat me, you might as well start with the good bits, honestly, right?
Well, assuming he's dead.
I mean, like buttocks and stuff, right? Yeah, you're
see
dead
Shady?
first.
See Shady's like, what the hell?
You're dead first, right? I mean, like I feel like there's a lot of really good bits you'd want to try out. It's like a sausage.
Oh
You
no,
cut
no.
it off
Okay,
at the end,
bring
you
it back
put
to
a stick in it.
Bring it back to chicken.
Bring it back to cocks. Okay. We're gonna eat. You're gonna eat the cock first. No, that's way worse.
The chicken leg?
The chicken leg. You're gonna try to make a drumstick out of my leg? Yeah, I feel like that's fine. I guess the leg would be good to eat. Grown man. Screw you, Shady.
That's who needs to be out here with us. She would.
Jason? Shady.
See, that's what I was telling her. So I streamed for about an hour or so, maybe 15 minutes on a Wednesday, right before I drove out to the land to get to meet you guys out there.
Did you? Okay.
And I was like, man, Shady's kind of the trifecta. Like she would be a good one to drag out there. She's like, someday, and then the thing would be. She says, then you could physically see and hear my eyes roll.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness. Oh brother. Right.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, we could really blindfold people and take them out there, and they'd have no clue where we were at, right?
You weren't blindfolded, and it was.
I mean, I probably couldn't even get back there without my phone.
Right.
Like, it's pretty windy. Like, especially at night. I had no clue where we are going up there.
Right.
I have a bit better sense of it now that I've driven around there a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's still you need some reps to understand where to turn and landmarks and all that sort of stuff because you can't there's no address you can put in.
There's really not. Yeah, Google doesn't have any roads. It's got satellite imagery of it,
right.
But it doesn't realize the roads there.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get there on oh, you know what? I guess we have to take cell phones away. If that was a thing, because the first thing I did when I arrived, I put a pin on the map,
right,
where that location was, so
right.
I could know where it's at.
Right.
So you wouldn't be allowed to have your cell phone if you were to come over. We were to blindfold you, basically.
Right. They would do a. You'd have to, you up against the wall, and like
pat
that,
down.
and then you pat down.
Anal cavity search.
Pop the cell phone, pop the battery out, put it on the table.
I thought you were saying pop something else. All right.
Pop the cell phone out, put it on the table.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess that's fine. Pop the battery out. You can't take your battery out of your phone.
Do it right now. Give me 3.5 minutes.
Do it right now. I dare you. 3.5 minutes to take the battery out of my phone. I'd have to unassemble the entire phone and then use a hairdryer to loosen the glue that's permanently holding the battery in. Like, there's no way I could take my battery out. Yeah, no, you can't take your battery out.
I mean,
do you even know what phone you have?
I think it's an
Apple.
Apple.
Do you know what the Do you even know what the battery looks like on this thing?
It's got an Apple on it.
It looks like an Apple.
It's got an Apple.
It could be a pear, though, with a bite taken out of it. Yeah, you have to take the back off that they take the battery out.
Yeah.
You can't take the battery out. You just have to turn them off, to be honest. Hold the button down to turn them off.
Right.
I mean, you could just do a factory reset on every single person's phone when they leave.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah.
I do like that case that you have, though.
Yeah, the case I have it's a Mophie, Mophie, and there's a battery in the case. So
that
you run you're out somewhere, you don't have a charger, you run your phone out of the battery, you can hit this little button on the back, and then your phone case empties its battery into the phone for double the charge.
Okay, so how much? It was just like $1,000 phone case.
$80. Yes, it was $80.
Yeah, Ashley recently had the battery taken out of her phone, and now that it's back together, it's a little bit broken.
Yeah.
A little bit broken.
Yeah, but this is an $80 case.
You need professional tools to take the batteries out, especially for an iPhone, because I think they specifically make their equipment so they can't be operated on by Apple specialists.
Certain Apple certified,
so, like,
whatever.
when you start opening that up, you'll find screws you've never seen in your life, like triangle screws and weird stuff like that. And you're not allowed. You're basically, it's trying to discourage you from working on it, from being a small mom and pop shop and working on iPhone stuff.
So this is what I've always thought about.
That's what I said. I know, Print Track. I know that I'm echoing what you said as being correct. You know what? I'll ignore every text that you put in the chat from now on. How about that?
So, if you think about it.
Never.
If we take.
Not thinking about it.
If we take a. How about.
What? Make a beat. What? Guess what? Chicken butt.
If we take one of these monitors,
and threw it at the screen,
back
another monitor,
200 years. Okay.
And what? Gave it to a person?
1700s as America is being assembled and put together and figured out.
It's a really weird plate that you brought. It's very strange.
They wouldn't know how to operate it. Two, they wouldn't know how to even take it apart because
they could take it apart.
A Phillips head screwdriver Had that even been invented yet? Like what is this? What are the screws in the Phillips head and all that? When was this Phillips head screwdriver invented?
I don't think that was standardized
Right.
at that time.
Phillips
right?
head screwdriver.
Because to have that type of standardization, you have to go through industrialization. And 300 years ago, you're just starting industrialization.
Right. Early 1930s. So if you had a Phillips...
That is so recent that the Phillips has been standardized.
Yes.
See, that's amazing to me because I grew up knowing what a Phillips head screwdriver was.
So here's my point: is when you take something like your monitor and you give it to someone from early America, and you say, "Could you take this apart?" and they would not even know what a Phillips head screwdriver is.
They'd use a rock.
They would probably
they use a bunch of hand tools,
knife, and do all this other stuff. But something
drill.
as simple as a Phillips head, which to your point, you and I both grew up knowing what Phillips head is versus flathead. Yeah. And we have a general thing of we see a screw, we know we need a screwdriver, and we know it's going to be a twisting motion. We know how to operate that.
Thanks to that standardization that we went through only in 1930s. That's crazy.
Yes. Now, fast forward that to aliens. Okay.
Wait, fast forward to aliens? I thought that was a kind of parallel there.
1951, or wait, when was Area 51? I say 51. I don't know. Area 51.
1951 seems reasonable for Area 51.
51.
I don't know.
Event.
Okay, so now you're being watched. You're being watched now.
Oh yeah, even Googling this is like
Area 51. I mean, honestly, we talked about how there's nothing at Area 51 now, right? At all.
Well, they probably they put up a tourist trap there, and put up a hey, come check this out, and there's nothing there. That's the hey, look at this hand, don't look at this hand.
Oh, you mean for when we say Phillips, Kurt? So you call it cross? Interesting.
Yeah.
So I mean, just the word for that shape of screw would be a Phillips head.
Right. So it was because it was Henry Phillips that did the apparently Henry Phillips.
Right. So
invention.
the branding name, just like Band-Aid. Hand me a Band-Aid. Now you don't mean go out get me a Band-Aid brand Band-Aid. You mean hand me a bandage. You mean hand me a bandage, right? Right. That's similar.
Apparently there was the alleged alien type of stuff that happened out in Area 51.
The alleged
is when the 60s, I think.
I don't know, man.
So
60
assuming
right.
alien technology was dropped into our laps.
Are you saying that the alien technology is the Phillips head screwdriver?
No. Would we look at that alien technology as crazy as the 1700s would look at a Phillips head screw and go, I don't even know how to operate this? Like, we are 300 years from even having a tool that can legitimately take this apart.
Yeah, probably. I
about the only thing we can do with this crazy technology is smash it, just like the only thing that the 1700s can do is smash the monitor.
We're going to cut it, screw through it, drill through it.
Right? Or maybe we can't even, right? Maybe their strength of materials is so far,
like they're stronger than just diamonds?
Right.
Like you just can't cut through it at all.
Or it's like liquid metal to where you try and put in it. You try and push something in there and it go whoa. It bends.
All right. So the guys at Area 51 basically got their hands on something they just couldn't mess with.
That's the thought. Is that
that's an interesting idea.
If you have the parallel between
Super
us,
tech?
the parallel between us and the 1700s. Fast forward over here, and it's the parallel between aliens and us, right?
And it's going to be even more, right? That's going to be even a huger jump.
A huger jump, right?
Like, where the technology is like going,
right,
in not a bell curve, but
right. Roswell, yeah, Roswell is 60s or late 50s, right? It was somewhere in the early 60s, late 50s when the Roswell type of this little Roswell incident happened. And if we got something that was even 100 years in the future, we may look at that and go, I don't even know how this works. And so the same thing is if I look at this very smooth, nice little aerodynamic space age phone.
Where do we start with it?
And where do I don't even see a seam that I can start with it, right?
First you slam it against the desk. Step one.
I guess. Right. Yeah, exactly, right? And so now this stuff is fast forwarding, it has not propagated out to the common person yet, right? I don't have a tool that I can necessarily open with it. There's a little dot. Here's a seam that I could probably paper clip in. There you go. First ever sneeze on the podcast.
What? No. I didn't sneeze.
First ever sneeze on the podcast. That's fine.
I didn't sneeze.
Don't be afraid.
I muted it.
Don't be afraid to sneeze.
You didn't hurt me. Kurt, I don't know what I feel like. Kurt says that we talked about this. The big eyes, big head guys, aliens, or have to be humans because they look too humanoid.
Right.
I mean, I think it's fair that the method of standing that we have is going to develop in other species to support the large brain, right?
If you have a large brain.
Right. So, I mean, if you're a spacefaring civilization, you might have a brain.
This is why I never watched Star Trek. Right here.
Star Trek.
Yes.
Not Star Wars. Just Star Trek.
Star Trek.
There's aliens in Star Wars also.
Yeah, but they got lightsabers, so that's different. The Force. That's cool shit. But look, it's Star Trek I didn't watch. You know why?
Why?
Because I can look at a Klingon and go, that is a human in a Klingon makeup. Get out of here with that bullcrap.
That's true.
Right.
Okay, that's 100% true.
Who is to say that an alien we encounter, a real alien we encounter,
real alien,
isn't liquid metal that breathes methane?
I mean, there's plenty of aliens like that. Also,
not carbon-based. Like these eyes, if you look at how these eyes, these are the worst eyes ever.
They are not the best eyes. Well,
they're not the best eyes ever.
They're all right eyes.
Are you kidding me with the feet and these hands? I mean, the hands are good, I guess, but like our frame, I
mean, we are
our
susceptible.
ears.
I think the biggest thing for us is we're susceptible to cancer, and also the same place that we eat from is the place that we breathe from.
Yes,
those are two, and also eyelashes in your eye,
and the whole exhaust port next to the sex port.
Yeah, see, these are like
trouble. That is trouble.
Some fairly common design issues.
I would totally design the sex port and the exhaust port. We got to split those up.
Star Trek did explain this, yeah, but it's
100%.
Such a lame explanation.
Yeah, it's so as a kid looking at Star Trek, going, that's bullcrap. Those guys have lightsabers and can move shit with their mind. So I'm here. That immediately turned me off of Star Trek because that is fake as all hell.
Fake news. You don't know them. When we meet an alien, they can be like, "Oh wow, you look exactly."
Oh my gosh, you look like a human that's in green paint. Holy crap!
And that could happen. We don't know that in this spectrum of crazy things that happen. It's not insane that they could look like us. All right.
It's not insane.
You super triggered Jeff. By the way,
completely unlikely.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, okay, we have to find alien life for one, right? And then for two, they could be literally anything.
Right. They could still be made of carbon, but the fact that they would be shaped with 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 toes, 10 fingers, these types of eyes, 2 ears, and symmetrical like this.
Klingons have 11 toes, Clowntown? If you knew your Star
Is that what's that 11th toe for?
It's their sex organ, by the way.
That's the design.
That's
you need that second. See that 11th toe is way far away from the exhaust port.
Way far away. It's
the
left toe. The movie Life. No, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Star Wars is a fairy tale. It's also a
fairy tale.
An epic saga between good and evil, and the choices that we all have to make inside with our environment, with our family, and with ourselves. Yes, you're correct. You're correct, Kurt. I agree with you.
No, I haven't seen this movie called Life. It's interesting. I like how you spun that on him.
I agree with you, Kurt. I agree with me.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, that's a weird starting thing. Now, the thing that upsets me about that is a long time ago.
Right.
And then it has future tech. That's just a weird choice.
But
because when you're having a conversation about Star Wars, you have to say back then.
Yes.
Right? That's weird.
Yes.
It's not ahead of time. Where
civilizations could have many civilizations could have come and gone in the last
a galaxy far, far away, right? So
yep.
It feels like it's such a lame way. It didn't really matter what happened here in this universe. I don't understand that. That was a weird decision.
Yeah, I also disagree. That is problematic. I think they put that up there just to say, like, look.
You know what it is?
They just say, look, some of this stuff that you're about to see,
we're going to take away at some point,
is not real.
Oh,
so you need to separate your brain out from this being Earth right now.
I see. I feel like that's reasonable.
And 1978, when the first thing hit that screen, and
maybe that is better because then it didn't have the same issue that you had where this is ridiculous because obviously but there's a ton of actually no, it just compounds the issue because the first people that you see are humans.
Humanoids.
Literally humans.
They're literally humans.
Not humanoids, but actually literally a human being.
Way different. You know what they're doing?
What are they doing?
Speaking English.
No, see, I always
and here's the thing. One of them speaks. The first character you meet speaks with an American accent. The second one you meet speaks with an English accent. It's Mark Hamill's American.
How strange.
Sir Alec Guinness is an English accent.
I really recognize he's from my own planet.
From England. million miles long ago.
A million miles, a million
Long
light
in a
years.
far no
Millions of
no
light years.
hint of England.
Right.
How you like me now?
So I always pass this away. I always say like, okay, but we're seeing this vision from a standpoint of someone who's getting like an automatic translator, right? So they're speaking Galactic Common, which is totally not English, but for our viewership feelings, you
Right.
know, it's so that it can be translated. That's how I explain that away, right? So when I see someone with a British accent, I'm assuming that the thing that's translating his language for me is just giving him a British accent, right?
Well,
That's what I do in my head canon.
or the actor is English
Or the actor is
and
English.
classically trained in English.
Yeah, you talking about Picard being classically trained? Picard.
Engage.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Engage.
Jean-Luc Picard as the most annoying character Q decided to call him. I was rewatching Next Generation just recently, and it shocks me how often Q is in every single episode.
He's in so many episodes.
He's in so many episodes.
Yeah.
He is main cast.
He is.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the Q is weaved in, I think, most of the seasons, and I want to say he's in about 40% of the episodes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's pretty extreme how often he's around.
But, I mean...
And it's also pretty extreme how most of those episodes are not good episodes.
Okay, so the writers are trying to come up and putting these scenarios into the cast into these scenarios, and they're going, well, how do we build the story so it gets there? I know it. Q
could do anything, right?
Q could do anything,
He could
right?
just pop out of nowhere. So it's like this, yeah. It's just this thing you're like, yeah, let's have Q do it.
We
It's
need to
fine.
have Data confront the choice to be human or to remain an android. Now,
Right.
let's
That's
dream up.
That's literally episode 3.
Right. Let's dream up how a way we can frame that so that he has to deal with that. I know. Q gives him that choice.
Q gives him that choice. Oh, so lame,
Print,
writers.
let's go. All right.
Writers,
Episode
guys,
done.
why? Easy, simple.
Yep.
Oh, this omnipotent character that we have is just so useful.
Mm-hmm.
He's omnipotent and all-powerful, but he knows jack. He's always like, oh, crap, I misinterpreted this, or I didn't know this thing, or X, Y, and Z about how he can travel through space and time, and he's still stupid. There were
I agree.
episodes where Q turned into a human. I remember that he got punished or something.
Yeah, it was 1 to 2 episodes, right?
Yeah, he got in trouble, but from the Q Collective. They couldn't think of a better name.
I
The
have
Q.
probably seen 60% of Next Generation.
60%? You haven't even finished it? Honestly,
No.
I feel like if you want to watch Next Generation right now, you need to go type in like Star Trek Next Generation filler episodes, and then see what you get. If you
Filler?
get like filler episodes, like if you can see if you get like a cut down list of what you should watch, and then you can skip some other things. That's what I like to do. Let's see. Yeah, I guess most of Next Generation is standalone anyway.
The Next Generation in 40 hours.
Okay, so it's been cut down, huh?
Naruto, Next Generation. Oh, not Naruto.
He's trying to. Okay, our small brain. Yeah, sure,
Oh,
Kurt.
here it is. Skippable. The Next
there you
Generation
go.
skippable.
There you go.
There you go.
Do that if you're gonna watch TNG.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, because there's a lot of stuff that isn't.
I will.
isn't the best.
I will tell you that I watched 2 episodes of Cisco.
Deep Space Nancat. You see, now you can't skip any of Deep Space Nancat.
I didn't.
Because
I watched the
it's,
first 2. Yep.
It's all contiguous.
Right.
So for episode 1 is basically, thanks for watching Next Generation. Here's a bunch of cameos from people from Next Generation.
Yep.
And Cisco's character being introduced, I think.
Right. And Picard
Being
having
there.
some harsh words for
Yeah,
Cisco.
he had some real. He
Right.
kicked Cisco's ass basically. They
Yeah.
got to fist
He
fight.
and Cisco like
Go at it.
tangle their horns a
He's
little
like,
bit.
grow up.
And-
I got turned into a Borg, sucker.
Right. And Cisco kind of blames Picard for the
Yeah.
loss of his family, right?
Yeah,
if I remember right.
He's sad. He's feeling bad,
Right.
and then he gets over it. I love that O'Brien is such a big part of Deep Space Nine.
Where's
Oh,
O'Brien?
yeah, we gift you O'Brien. You don't know O'Brien? O'Brien is literally the most decorated Starfleet officer in Starfleet. Okay? All right. Well, I guess you don't watch Star Trek much.
No, I don't.
O'Brien is a total badass.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, I don't like looking at him.
The teleporter guy? Yeah, he's pretty plain. He's plain Jane.
I don't.
He's a total killer though. I love him.
But he's
Easily one of my favorite characters.
But he's like the Spock character.
No, I would say he's like a Spock. He's like if you were in Star Trek Next Generation, Clowntown. Just you as a person. No differences.
Really?
Like literally, you grew up here. He is the most relatable character ever. He's just a totally normal guy. You're right. He's not an officer. He's only chief. You're right, Kurt. Sorry about that. He's the most decorated anybody in Starfleet. I think he's been in so much stuff. Apparently, from his background and stuff. He actually goes to a prison.
Oh,
planet.
he's Scotty. Okay.
Is he's an engineer, I guess. I don't. He does some engineering stuff. Yeah. I mean, he's really like a combat guy, honestly.
But
or Georgie, is he Geordie? Sorry.
So he makes it. So wait, when you
he's an
say
engineer.
he's like you being in a Star Trek episode, he's
Like you. He's like he's really normal.
He's like
super
me?
calm. Like things will be blown up, and he'll be like really chill about it. Like I don't know.
he's like personally me or personally the viewer.
Personally, the viewer.
The viewer,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I feel like I Kardashian war veteran. He's got some other things going on too. So he gets one of the episodes with him is he actually gets sentenced to prison, and what they do is they do this thing where they put him into a mind prison, and then he serves like 15 years in prison in his mind in an instant. Like
In his mind.
Yeah. So they like plug him into a chair. He sits down. They put a thing on him, and then he gets back up, and he's served 15 years in prison in this like fake scenario thing that the Cardassians do this to him. So they try him and like convict him even before Starfleet can get there, and then put him in a chair. So they get there in like 15 minutes, right? But he's been through 15 years of being in prison. It's a pretty crazy episode.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So that means
So they punished him like really
so
harshly.
physically
Right, he didn't change at all. Like
you preserve your
Yeah.
your physical body and your physical health, right?
Right, exactly. But you went to prison and you did your prison sentence, and then you go. It's such a strong episode. Yeah, easily one of my favorite ones, Kurt. It's pretty good.
Interesting.
It's a good episode. There's a lot of stuff that's built up in Deep Space Nine that you don't get to have from the episodic ones, like because it's all broken up. And you don't really get any character development from those. Deep Space Nine, on the other hand, you've known this guy for a long time, and then he has this thing happen to him, and it's pretty crazy.
Oh wow.
It's pretty crazy cool. Oh, that's a spoiler for the episode, by the way. My bad. If you want to go watch the episode now, you don't actually get that information until the very, very end. So you see him serving his time, and you get all this big epilogue, and he makes a friend on the inside and stuff like that, and then stuff happens. It's pretty great.
Right.
It's a good episode. This guy's awesome, O'Brien. 10 out of 10 guy.
Yeah. All right. You're kind of convincing me. I don't know.
If I'm gonna,
I have very little time to do any kind of this
if I'm
show
gonna
business.
suggest any Star Trek to you, it's gonna be the Deep Space.
Right.
Nine.
Right.
It's my
Right.
fave.
Yeah. That's your
My
favorite
fave.
one. With
Voyager's a close second, I think.
who's Star Trek Voyager? Is that Janeway?
Janeway, yeah, for
Oh,
Voyager.
I'm out.
Janeway,
I'm out.
Tupac,
I'm out.
and Tupac. Wow, the other guy with the thing on his face. I forget his name. He's got a funny name. He's got a really funny name. Something like that. He has flashbacks. You are fine. Thanks, Kurt. Tupac, and I always call this guy Tupac. His name's Tuvok. Crap, I forget the other guy's name. He's got a silly name.
This
And
guy? Let's
see. Is he on this picture? Yeah, he's in the middle top. Anybody remember his name? Tuvok. Yeah, Tupac. Yeah, I always call him Tupac.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't like looking at the Doctor, and I'm not buying Janeway.
This has one of the hottest Star Trek
7 of
characters.
9. Okay,
of
I'm
9.
back
See-
in. I'm
see,
back
that's-
in.
Oh, she only gets there like 3 seasons in or some shit.
Oh, I'm back
though.
in. I'm back in.
You have to start when
I'm back in.
7 of 9 jumps in.
I'm back in.
The Doctor is easily my favorite. Tuvok, that's it.
Tuvok.
I'll call him Chipotle. No, Chipotle is his name. Yes, Ashley, thank you.
His name is Chipotle.
It's Chakotay. Chakotay is his name, and Chipotle is what we call him. This is Ashley and I's nickname for these characters. The Doctor is one of my favorite characters. He's actually a hologram. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Tupac, probably the worst Klingon ever. Wait, not Klingon. No, not Klingon. Shoot, can't believe I just called him a Klingon.
Is that the black guy over there?
No, yeah, the black guy, Tupac. Tuvok. Why can't I think of what these guys are called? It's what Spock
This
is.
is your favorite. This is your jam,
I
right?
can't even think of the species that he is right now. Why can I think of?
I
what
mean,
is
just
Spock?
the other day, I was trying to come up with the name Lando Calrissian, and I couldn't think of it. What's going on with that?
Why can't I think of what this is called? It's not a Klingon. It's not a Romulan. It's not a Kardashian. What? It's like it's like one of the very first species. You have to know this. What is Spock? What is he? Vulcan.
Vulcan.
He's a Vulcan. Okay, sorry. This guy's a Vulcan. Space elves.
Space elf.
Yeah,
He's a Vulcan. Yeah.
That's exactly what he is. Oh, okay, great. I see that you blew up
7 of 9.
the important character. So there's 7 of 9, and there's a couple other Borg characters in this. Voyager does a really good job expanding the universe.
She's a
Star Trek.
Borg?
She's a Borg, yeah.
Oh, I'm out.
You're out. No, dude,
I'm
you
out.
don't want to be out. She's gonna assimilate you so hard. You're gonna get assimilated.
I'm out. I didn't know she's a Borg. I thought she was like Android.
No, she's a Borg.
She was the Data equivalent.
Yeah, she has that emotionless kind of thing because she was a Borg her entire life. I think is what is kind of going on there.
And they booted her out?
So what they found out is that if you disconnect the Borg from the hive mind thingy, they start operating as a single mind again, and then that makes them more individualistic, and then they can come back into sort of being human-y. The issue is that 709 was from a very, 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 very young age a Borg, so she's kind of like not really human.
Right.
So it's a bit of it's a weird thing that they had to deal with. Voyager, guys. Voyager, my number 2 for watching. Okay. Then Next Generation, probably number 3, and then Enterprise. Probably number 4, number 5, maybe.
I don't know. Yes, Star Trek. I think when I was watching some reruns a while back with me and my
Some reruns on TV.
Yeah, on the TV.
The TV where you can't pick what's on it.
Yeah.
See, I don't use one of those.
Pre DVR.
Pre YouTube.
Pre YouTube and pre DVR.
That's. I mean, you were watching this a long time ago.
Yeah, a while back. So probably when you were you were overseas.
What? 2011? I was overseas.
Probably.
You were watching some Star Trek, sitting in your house comfortably while I served my country clown out.
This is one other thing that you guys will enjoy. Okay, I need to give you a compliment, and then we'll wrap.
What?
Okay, give a compliment.
What? We're done already?
No, we're close. But here, I'll give you a compliment.
What? I like compliments.
What you guys need to understand is that he's afraid, generally, to go outside of his door.
No, I am not afraid of. Okay, all right, whatever.
I'm delivering this compliment with my backhand.
Okay. Are you negging me right now? Are you negging me right now?
But once he's out of doors, like outdoorsman, come alive.
Oh, so
prepared, brought all his stuff, knows what he's doing, has a plan to go figure out what's going on. Look for satellites, understood where to take the mule on the land, had work gloves ready, had a belt with all the stuff, brought canteen.
I love my belt.
Brought a canteen. And what? We weren't that far away, but he brought canteen. Had a plan for the dogs.
I had an IFAC on me too.
He had.
Todd doesn't know what IFAC is.
An IPAC?
IFAC. First person who can tell me what IFAC is, you get big mushies. All right.
All right. Yeah. What's an IFAC? IFAQ.
I'll tell you at the end.
Okay. I frequently asked question.
He
had a backup plan. He had a backup plan for a backup plan.
The backup plan was eat the dick first.
The
backup plan
he had the mule studied out, knew exactly what was going on, backed it out, did like a little test drive, figured it all out, got the thing done. I mean, like had the right boots, the right pants, the right jacket on, like everything was ready to go. He was prepared. I'm out there in like a little t-shirt and sneakers and a big giant sombrero.
A sombrero, yeah, that was the best part.
And I was just running around with the dogs. With my
sounds like
dirty dad shoes, and he's out there super prepared. It's like that was good. That shit. That's good that we're not. I know if it ever hits the fan, like you're gonna be prepared, right?
So the IFAC I have out there, I don't think anybody's gonna know it. Is a military infantry first aid kit. Oh, so it has like a tourniquet in it.
IFAK.
IFAC. If it has a first aid kit in it, it has all kinds of really, really awesome stuff in there. So if anything bad had happened, I also had a medikit that I was carrying on me.
Right.
See, look at that. So prepared, you didn't even know where I was at.
I didn't.
You didn't even know. IFAC. Yeah, it's a K at the end, not a C.
Frequently asked questions. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's on my bag.
It was on your
So now my IFAC in particular has also got some.
This one right here.
It's got fat finger proofing. It's something like that. Yeah, it's a mall. That's actually a custom IFAC. That'll work, I guess. FAC first aid kit. Yeah, it was just the infantry first aid kit. FAK. My IFAC has a fat finger proofing on it, where so when you're panicked, we talk about being a black status. You can't really do fine motor skills. So all my stuff is taped up.
Code black.
So that all the things that I'm working with are also easier to touch and handle. I should have brought it on stream. I don't have it with me though. I left it at the spot. There, yeah, that's an IFAC right there.
That's an IFAC. Okay, let's get it.
Did someone get that out? No. Okay, so that's a stand. You're gonna see the standard IFAC on here, Now, if you go on a deployment, you take this IFAK and you do a whole bunch of little things to it to make it more usable. And I have a rigger's belt. No, not a rigger's belt. What's it called? It's just a duty belt.
Yeah.
With all my stuff on it.
And he had the pistol. In the
carry
center.
Firearms.
And the pistol. No. His pistol in the center. This is funny. And then everything else is kind of around the sides and back. But the pistol was right pointing straight down at his Pepe's.
My Pepe's. It depends. So the good thing about the belt is that you can move around wherever I want. So depending on what I'm doing, I can move it.
And so my first question was, is there a round in the chamber? And he says, yes. As soon as I pick it up here, if it's on my belt, there's a round in the chamber. And I said, is the safety on? He says, this is my safety.
There is no safety.
There is no safety.
This is my safety.
This is my safety. And so then I'm looking at it. I'm going, okay, that's fine. But look where it is. It is pointing at his Pepe. So like it's
it is in the very center of my chest.
And
down,
not just down straight in front. It's like angled back in towards.
If the ground goes off, I'm going to lose my Pepe. Yes,
yeah.
In this case, but
yeah,
in the holster, it's also protected from being triggered because it has a trigger on it. So it would have to. I would have to fall. I don't know what would have to happen. There's a rigger belt there or a duty belt.
Like that?
I have on. Yeah. Oh, that's a great one to show.
Okay.
That's an old school. That's the one that you might get issued if you were running around right now.
It says a police belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks like a really old army belt.
Right.
I think I was fine. Okay. Look, Clowntown.
Yeah.
I have my muzzle awareness. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yes. Of all the people that were out there, there was one person to give the gun that could get us out of trouble.
It was Ashley who give the gun.
Annie.
Ashley's a better shooter than I am. She's way more accurate.
That's fine, but there's way more. There's way more going on than just shooting a target accurately if in a crisis situation.
Like like shooting your Pepe off.
Like
0 Pepes.
Are you going to be willing to take the life that is coming to take your life?
Hopefully not. Hopefully no one's going to have to shoot any humans.
You know what I'm saying? Is that
some animals,
that's the big question is if something is coming at you, like say we had a boar come at us,
That's
right?
Crazy, Wes. A boar. I was ready for some boars.
Right. And it's coming at you.
That was really the only
with
danger
intent
out there.
to eat you, right?
Yeah, it's probably got babbies around, so it's protecting its babbies, It's got lots of stuff going on.
And you will be more likely to draw,
point and click,
shoot quickly, act quickly, and sleep fine.
I'd be super stoked.
You'd be stoked. Like,
if we down a boar during daytime and we were moving around that much, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
If we had popped a boar there.
Right.
There's your nuts.
So he had one of these on.
And with my pistol too. I mean that I would have had to have good shot placement, probably multiple rounds on target to down a boar.
Yeah. Can I say who had this on right here? Can I show this and say this?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's fine.
This was the cool part here.
Yeah. You mentioned this.
I immediately saw this. So number one Badger fan was out there with us, and she had one of these. She didn't have all the rest of this belt, but I did the holster. And
see, Max, even if we did down the boar, I don't know that we would have eaten the boar.
Right.
Because we would have to drag it back.
Oh, yeah. We were gutting and cleaning and dragging and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The shooting is the fun part. The rest of it is all horrible, right? But Ashley had this really cool knife on her belt, and I went, "Hey, there's a little knife there." Yeah, it's like, "Oh yeah." She said, I said, "What's that for?" She said, stabbing, whatever you got.
Stabbing stuff, cutting stuff. It's a knife, Clowntown.
Had a knife on.
That's an interesting study, West, dude. Yeah, I know people with concealed carries are like, people with concealed carry license are less likely to use their firearm than anybody else. So if you own a firearm and you don't have a concealed carry license, you can actually reduce your chances of ever employing your firearm by getting a concealed carry permit.
Right.
Which I think that has to do with income. Because if you buy a concealed carry permit, you have to have a certain amount of money. So rather than it being
it's not free
about training or anything like that, it's about the money that it costs to maintain a concealed carry permit.
There is a barrier to entry for sure.
Right. And money is the biggest barrier to entry, right? So I think those statistics are a little bit.
There's a class too, so it's like an 8-hour Saturday.
There's not a class. There is not a written test, right?
There is a class.
There is. I could go.
I sat through the class.
I know right now, this second, I could go and just get a CHL renewed or for new.
Renewal, yes.
And do nothing, not even shoot. I know.
Correct.
I could. 100%.
For renewals, yes. For getting a new CHL, there is a class.
Interesting, West, dude.
Yep. It also depends on your state. I mean,
Yeah, it definitely does. Do they have concealed carry in New York? I bet you they don't, huh?
Okay, the conspiracy or the little known fact is that concealed carry is legal pretty much everywhere. It's just it differs slightly based on what you have to do to get a permit.
Oh, see, the thing about the concealed carry is if you're going in a store and they have one of those signs that says, "Hey, you can't conceal carry here,"
right?
You may as well not have a concealed carry, right? So effectively, you can ban concealed carry just by having everyone uniformly say you're not allowed to conceal carry here. Now, I was at a game store, the 8th Dimension. You guys could probably Google it right now. And that store did not allow me to have a concealed or open carry in that store in Texas. That was the weirdest thing ever.
Never been there.
Blew my mind. Don't go there.
Well, if they do game nights, where that's what game stores did at least a while back.
Yeah,
they would do is they would sell games, then they would have we have a back room that you can come play and buy the games and do whatever.
I mean, what's the problem? Someone got so upset over the Catan, they shoot another person?
Yes.
No, that's
okay. One, the type of people that are doing doing these types of games.
What type of people are they doing?
Nerds.
Nerds. Okay, nerds.
Socially inexperienced nerds.
The opposite.
False.
No. If you're taking your time to
nerd rage is a real thing.
That's just
I used to have it before I broke free of being a nerd.
That's human rage, okay? Everyone deals with that rage. That is not unique to nerds.
But like martial artists have none of that because
martial artists have no rage.
Correct. For the large parts, it's been beat out of them. Because
fair enough. It's
like the dude who is there's something that says the karatekas.
Should you call it? No, whatever you do not call that number freely provided to you on screen. Do not do that, Mikey. Please do not call that number. You think that worked? Do you think you're going to call that number?
Don't call that number.
Don't call.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just a random picture from the internet. Don't call that.
No, he's talking about the number right there.
Oh, that one?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you can call that.
Do not. Come on, Clowntown.
You can call it if you want.
What's up, Foothouse? How you doing
It might still be working. I don't know.
It may still be working. When's the last time you checked it?
Probably a couple days after I set it up. I don't know.
Great. I don't think there's any trouble. I really, honestly, I don't think that. I mean, okay, so let's see in a situation someone does go crazy in there. What would you rather have? Them have not been allowed to be in there with a gun, or 6 other guys in there with a gun also?
Oh yeah, if everyone's carrying, then it's a shootout, and then
it's a shootout, and everybody's dead.
And everybody's dead,
or at least one person's dead. If everyone's very accurate, Everyone call that number on screen, okay? It'll definitely ring a phone here.
The 867 number though.
8675309. That's what Westy was doing.
Yeah.
Jenny, what Foothouse?
Jenny, who should I turn to? That's Tommy Two-Tone.
What are you going on? What are we doing Saturday? What are we doing today? What are we doing
tonight?
We may or may not do a fireside chat.
So what
I want you to do, guys, I want you to sit in front of your computer and wait for us.
Just hit the follow. Just hit the follow button and the notification.
Screw following. Just keep this page open always.
That seems better.
That seems better, right?
Yeah. If you can't do that, then just hit
if you
follow
can't do that, just follow. Do it on mobile. Following on mobile is better.
Following on mobile is better.
Yeah, because you get notified and stuff. So we might do a fireside chat. We might do some more IRL stuff tomorrow. I would like to do some more IRL stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So that might be a thing. We might only do IRL stuff. I don't know.
What if there's a Sheriff of Nottingham online?
Okay,
it's probably would it would lose itself. Lose a lot of it.
You would lose a lot of it for sure.
Right.
I mean, even the bag popping is like super important part of it.
Steam Workshop, Sheriff of Nottingham. Oh, maybe for the. Oh yeah, look.
Oh my God, you're kidding me.
Sheriff of Nottingham for the.
Oh, I see. Desktop simulator.
Desktop sim. Yeah.
Okay, well, we might be doing that. Saturday, I will probably be back at my place doing some things.
Right.
But it'll probably be late. I don't know. We'll see about that. I can't give you guys a schedule of what's going on right now.
Yeah, we're kind of up in the air. Badger's on vacation, and I'm kind of on vacation too. So
I'm on vacation. This is a pretty good vacation, I would say.
It's a great vacation, right?
I'm a good host.
Great vacation.
I'm a great vacation.
Don't tell me you going home when something went wrong, because I will not sleep. I will not like that at all.
Mikey, leave a voicemail for us, okay? What something went wrong? I'm gonna think of something now. Chivalry is kind of a Sheriff of Nottingham game. Mini Kappa. Foothouse. Become a $25 sub. Make that a TVGB Kappa, and I'll listen to you. All right?
Yeah.
Sounds
There
good.
you go. Sheriff of Nottingham, on Games Workshop.
Buy it on Amazon.
Okay,
using
put that
my
on your wish.
affiliate link.
Put that on your wish list for Steam. Also,
Me?
Games Workshop. Watch for it goes on sale.
Games Workshop
Coming
Games
up,
Workshop?
1 week from today is the alleged winter sale for Steam. So everything that you're looking for on Steam.
Okay, yeah, great. Yes, don't buy anything right now.
Don't buy it right now.
Don't buy.
Do not.
anything right now. Okay,
Next
please.
Thursday, likely we will have some good deals for you. Okay.
Yes, there'll be tons. We'll definitely be talking about that. Probably 30% of the show will be talking about deals because we love some video game deals. Also, if you're going to be buying anything, do not get screwed over by these Steam assholes who are selling you games. SteamDB is your friend.
Yep. SteamDB.info.
SteamDB, please. Okay, all right, do it.
Yep.
If you buy a game right now, Boodger will kick you in the seeds. Correct. Good, that is a good copy on that.
Yep. Solid copy.
Getting Escapist 2, heck yeah. Get an idea. You left a message. Now what? We'll ignore it, Mikey.
Right.
We'll listen to it eventually, and we'll make sure we send you a personal thank you.
Yeah.
So don't get an idea what you want. Get it in there. Think about what you need, and then buy it when the Steam sales actually start happening. I suggest buying early. Some things will go on sale steeper as time goes on, but you never know if you're going to miss out on a sale. So pick them up when you get a chance.
Yep. Here's the one that we are very interested in. It's Tabletop Simulator that you buy this little simulator and then you can get mods for it, some free, some paid. But all of the cool board games that you love, there are other creators that create these mods so you can play those games in a board, but you can do it while you're remote, and we could all remote into this one server and do the thing, right? So
hey, X, what's up, man?
So there you go. That's what we're talking about. I think that's all. Oh, just one thing. KST, Kerbal Space Program, KSP is half off, $20 right now.
I'm buying that one.
You are?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that one.
Okay, that is as good as you'll probably see it on the Steam sale. So that's one you can pick up right now.
I've been
Kerbal
going
Space.
back and forth on getting Kerbal Space Program, and I'm gonna try it out. We'll pick it up. We'll play it on stream a little bit, maybe.
What's up, Broadax? How you doing?
I heard that. Don't talk to him. He didn't deserve it.
He's lovable.
He didn't even subscribe to you or me anymore. Okay.
I mean,
look, we only care about people for the money content.
So you want to be a streamer?
So you want to be a streamer? What's up, Axe? It's good to see you. Axe's name is way shorter. What do you think about Axe's name change to this Broadax?
I kind of like it.
I like it, but I also don't know why you're Broadax though. You know, like it'd be like you have your Clown Town thing. I have my Badger thing, and those are kind of like intrinsic to who we are and some kind of funny stuff. What why Broadax though? Just curious.
The blooded Broadax. Maybe he's a big D&D guy.
See, the blooded Broadax made it more unique actually. So I'm like back and forth on whether I like the name change.
But so maybe he was one of those D&D gun carrying nerds.
D&D
back in the back door and the back
that's when the shootout happened.
Back room of eighth zone.
The eighth dimension.
Eighth dimension
the eighth
game
dimension?
thing.
Yeah, something. I don't. If you search that, you'll probably get nothing.
Right.
Like
right.
it's definitely called that. The eighth. I typed in the eighth, and it gave me the Eighth Amendment.
Oh, good news today! Deep Space Waifu revved. A new version came out. Oh, okay. It's just saying. Just thought I'm just gonna, Okay.
Oh, did you hear about? Did we haven't talked anything about net neutrality? That's probably the big internet news right now.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
I haven't done any research.
I think what happened today apparently was bad.
That's what I hear. But
repealing net neutrality means you can't throttle, you can't do, you have to treat it as like the same thing as the parallel is treat the internet as a common carrier. Like you can't own a street unless it's on private property. Like no one can own, Highway 10 that goes from L.A. to Jacksonville, right? You can't own I-10. You can own property along I-10 that serves, but you can't own and restrict and determine who goes on I-10 and can't go on. That's a common carrier. Same thing that they're treating internet pathways like that. Well, now
they were with net neutrality in place.
With net neutrality in place, you can't own that. Well, now they repealed those laws, so now like Verizon and these bigger internet companies can come buy up connectivity, and then they can say, okay, well, this company can get through and this company can't. I'm a big believer in ownership and who, if you have the money, you will sink now improvements into this
Right,
these sorts of
exactly.
things.
I'm going to be the best highway of internet stuff.
Right.
Or these guys aren't doing a good job, so I'm going to build my own highway of internet
Right,
stuff.
so
that's,
I
that's how it
want-
works with most things, right?
I want
like, that's how the mail works.
Yes, I want competitors in to compete to have the most viewers and subscribers, and to build better and better things and spur on innovation. But there does need to be some sort of thing where you accept, all right, I paid, the Clowntown paid Netflix.
The Clowntown, the consumer.
I'm the consumer, paid Netflix, the provider, $9 a month for all of my streaming video.
Going up to $12, I think.
$12, yeah,
Now.
or $10, $12. But what I don't want it to do is my Netflix streaming quality to be interfered with, because Verizon and Netflix can't strike a deal, but Time
Right.
Warner and Netflix are all goody-goody.
Yeah.
So now,
There's
but I don't live in a Time Warner area, so now I got to do a Verizon area and or Comcast
There's
area.
a lot of crazy stuff that can go on, right?
And
Let's make
now
it crazy.
my Netflix, and even here is, and since Verizon owns the pathway between us, Verizon can say, well, you can stream Disney on Netflix, but you can't stream Paramount on Netflix. We're going to allow Disney streaming, but we're not going to allow Paramount because Disney has given us more money than Paramount. And so we're going to throttle Disney. We're going to throttle back Paramount. Like, that is shady business, and that can't happen because the consumer will lose out, or the consumer will vote with their dollar somehow, but the consumer is fairly trapped to vote with their dollar in that case. So
yeah, you feel. I mean, if you were like, who can I switch to, and there's literally nobody, you can't switch at all.
correct.
Then you can't actually vote with your dollar anymore.
Right. Yeah. And in this case, it's difficult to vote with your dollar because now that you don't have that amount of choice. If you're competing, say, at the grocery store for ketchup, I'm gonna have the best tasting ketchup that my dollar will purchase, or the one that I like, right? Feel free to compete and get me a better tasting ketchup because I now have choice.
Right.
Well,
it's easy to get different types of ketchup.
the path between Netflix, I have a cable carrier, I have a satellite carrier, which those are crappy and probably the reason why we're sitting in this chair. Or maybe Google Fiber will come along and save us someday. Maybe Elon Musk will shoot a bunch of satellites into space and satellite will get better. But for getting good quality speed, I do not have a choice.
It always comes down to Elon Musk, doesn't it? Every single time.
Save us.
It's always Elon Musk.
Please save us. Or one of you in chat right now become another Elon Musk. That's what I want to do. Is
New Elon Musk?
Is feel free, anyone else, to step up and start knocking this world out of the park with innovation. Like, feel free to do that. I can't do that. Maybe not many of us can, but there's surely.
Let us provide entertainment to you while you do that, okay?
Yeah, we will spur you on and
do it.
Be your biggest, and you can sponsor us, and we will pimp you.
Yeah, definitely.
We will tweet you out.
I will definitely tweet you to like 2 people.
Yeah.
All right, we done here?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, Clowntown. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
It's
for the
great.
first time ever.
First time.
Episode
in
90.
person.
Bump it.
Oh, wait, is that on camera? I don't think that was on camera.
Yeah,
Hold
let me
on.
come over here.
Yeah.
There you go. Bump
That's
it.
right. Guys, stay motivated. Stay awesome. Stretch. And we'll see you next time.
See ya, Stretch.